What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, everything is good, my dog. It's always good to see you. Trying to stay warm out here in these killer streets.
It's crazy.
It's brick out here. Is yeah, that's what I would call it out here, man. Super duper cold.
We're managing.
We are.
I don't know how it was possible. My car got colder as I drove over here. At least what it was saying on the dashboard. At least it's just not possible.
My dog said, "How does that happen, man?"
Started at like -1, and then I got up to like -7, -8. It's not possible as the day is supposed to be getting warmer, and the sunlight's coming out more and more. Don't know how that happened, but it did.
We would hope that it doesn't get any colder, but who knows? Who knows? But what I will say is this, Deke, before we get too far into this, because we do got plenty that we're going to get on, man, between this weather, because it is completely brick outside. We got the homie TG. He'll be tapping in with us at 9:15. So shout out to him on that, man. We'll get a chance to catch up with him. Plenty of stuff. And then we got to finally put to bed the remaining super chats from, what was that, Thursday show? Or was that Monday show?
I think Thursday.
I think it was Thursday.
Left over
from Monday.
Yeah.
And
actually, no. I
thought we completed Monday. Yeah, we still got to get back to Thursday. Yeah. So we'll get that completed. Then we'll be all the way good to go. But before we get to there, Deke, above your head, man, we got a logo. We got a new logo. So let me get the people what they need to see real quick. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Absolutely.
What's up, baby? Today's show is sponsored by Southern New Hampshire University. Yeah. We talking about proper preparation. We're talking about trying to be better at life. How can we improve, right? Whether we're talking about just as an individual, how do we improve if we're talking about in the job space? I mean, whether we're talking about just all the different ways to be prepared for the next step, for that next task. Southern New Hampshire University and some of these online degree programs that they are offering. Come on, baby. You can't beat this. And they have super competitive low tuition rates that are, like I said, going to prepare you for whatever your next steps might be as it pertains to your professional career. It's not too late. I mean, shoot, what you waiting on? I mean, you're watching me, but what you waiting on? Come on, man. You see the link right there, right? SNHU.edu/Arthur Moats. Tap in and go out here and get a chance to prepare yourself for greatness. But now it's time for regularly scheduled programming. All righty, Deke. All righty, man. Shout out to the good people over at Southern New Hampshire University showing some love, man. You know why they doing that? It's because you look all good all of a sudden, man. You keep coming in here. You've upped your overall appearance, man. And, more people rocking with us, man. So shout out to you. But, dude, I saw it as -6 when I looked on my phone before getting the door this morning, man.
It said
right. -6, man.
My car was right.
I was just saying, I'm thinking my phone was tweaking. I said, bro, there's no way it's really -6 right now. This can't be accurate. So when you came in and said that, I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't know what to do right now, because we still got to go back out there at some point, and I don't like it, Deke. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of the Christmas Eve game from a couple years ago.
Ooh, good call. But that was a good game, though. Good game. It was a good night.
Colder.
Low key, I think it was, and it was at night. I think it was by the water.
Wasn't the wind chill like?
It was like -20 something. Yeah, that's what it was.
I don't want to exaggerate. It might even been -30s.
Well, because they said specifically that if you were to be out there for too long and not have proper clothing, you could legit get frostbite. Like you could get damaged. Yeah,
bro, I'm telling you, whenever I took my hand out of my glove after that Cam Sutton interception to take the shot of Crown, dude, it was unbelievable how cold my hand was. I had to run to the bathroom immediately and put my hands under hot water. Yeah, for my hand. It had to have been only out for a minute or two.
But that's real.
I swear.
That's real. You needed that pizza. That's what you needed, man. I still remember your pizza hand woman. Your pizza hand woman would have had you right, bro. Facts.
Yeah, 100% right.
Nah,
that's a good video.
I like it, man. I like it. Hold on.
The old Deke too.
My man AJM says it was -20 here in Des Moines, Iowa. Bruh, I don't even want to know what that feels like, bro. I said Iowa. Excuse me. Idaho. Jeez. No, I said that right. No, am I tripping?
I think Des Moines, Iowa.
Iowa, that's what I said. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. But I was like, bro, it's the -20 that's throwing my mind off. It's like -20. How do you get? What does that even? How do you process -20, Deke? You going on -20?
I think I was out there for that Christmas Eve game.
I was there, but I did it bougie, Deke. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Usually I'm a sit outside type of guy. That one was a little different on me, man. I for certain was in the booth and I enjoyed it. It was super cold getting to the suite though. It was super duper cold getting there, but yeah, anybody that was out there for that game, y'all real. Y'all are real, because that was like brutal, bro.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Well, I mean, it was cold. Don't get me wrong.
I was going to say, don't minimize how cold it was. It was freezing out there, bro.
But I don't know. I mean, in the stadium, I think that helped with the wind chill.
I don't get that one. How'd that help?
Got a little beer coat going.
Oh, okay. We were winning too, so that make.
We weren't actually. We were down the whole game.
But I'm saying like we were winning in the sense of it felt like a competitive game. It wasn't a blowout.
Yeah.
It was a competitive.
Yeah, we were in the game.
Yeah,
exactly.
We weren't supposed to be like we weren't supposed to win that game. I remember that was the Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, and I want to say weren't they playing for something at that point? Maybe still.
I think we both were.
Yeah. So it was winner would keep going on.
In the playoff hunt.
Yeah, so that was the day, and I was like, all right, but I felt like it was just a good like feel to it. We didn't feel like, oh man, this is about to be bad. Like we had a life, and then obviously how it ended was just like the icing on the cake.
I'll put it to you this way: like I don't remember ever feeling like I needed to go inside.
Yeah, okay.
Or like go into the concourse, or you know what I mean. Like I was cool being out there the whole time, even halftime. I think we just all stayed out there.
You're a soldier, man. Oh my gosh, I was such a little princess.
I don't know what it was.
I was all up in that Dago suite, bundled up with a big boy coat hat. I did not want to leave it. They're like, you want to go to the next week? No, I don't. I just want to stay here. Can we FaceTime them in the next week over? The exposure, it's too risky. Yeah. I like it though, Deke. But I've seen you, man. You'll show up in shorts, and it could be like freezing cold outside. Do you still do that? Is that still a thing? That's back when you was going to games. We know now. You know.
Exactly. I mean, I don't even know if you're seeing me down there for any of these games.
I used to say you was real tough, man. My dog D could be on every game, man. Shorts on, might have Jordans on, might have Yeezys on, might have Crocs on, but he might have a coat. He have a coat. I dig you that. My dog have a coat, he have a hat, but he was gonna have shorts on, man.
I didn't view those games as cool. That was probably 30 degrees when I was wearing the shorts.
Yeah.
So would I do that again? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if that's my swag these days. I don't know if that's the style.
I was gonna say, let's go UW bag shit. He said as long as it's above 25, it's shorts weather.
I agree with him.
I don't agree 100%. With that. I don't agree with that. Over 25, y'all. Oh my goodness.
I'm with him,
man.
It's definitely like a Pittsburgh thing. I mean,
that's got to be it. That's got to be it, bro.
I forget where Let's Go UW's from.
He's from he's a Wyoming fan, but I don't know if he's from Wyoming. But he's a Wyoming fan though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro.
25 and up, shorts.
Man,
for sure.
y'all are wild.
As long as you got something covering your body or something covering your head,
that they get 50-ish. It get 50-ish. I'm like, hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. What the sweatpants looking like, bro? I'll look the sweatpants real quick, man. If you want to give me a hoodie too, we can do that too while we at it, man. Yeah. But dude, shout out, man. Wearing short. All right, so let's see. NML Finesse says Moats. Got you. Yeah, he was like, that's just not one of our things, man. He ain't on it either. I'm not on it. It'd be too cold. We gotta bundle up a little bit, man. Oh, shout out to El Moranic, man. So we will get ready to start the show with a couple shout outs and stuff like that. Cause TG, like I said, man, we'll be calling him at 9:15, not 9:30. My apologies on that one. But I don't know if you know this, man, but El Moranic, I kind of like the energy already. I think it's something that we could all get behind. He says that we should all be Bills fans this week.
No.
And I think I can understand why.
No.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Deke, I think that's what it is. I didn't even break that off. That's what he said, man. You feel me? But Jeff H said we cousins. Let's Go UW says anyone but Kansas City. Deke, I'm just throwing it out there. This is what the people are saying, Deke. It's what the people are saying, man.
Bills are the enemy too.
Don't you?
I mean, they're all the enemy.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Who's the bigger
Steelers
enemy?
are out of it.
The bigger enemy is Chiefs, though.
I don't care.
Felicia Bellett even has "Let's Go" with like the LSU version. Bills. All right, get a little Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Might get interested. That's what they saying though, man. That's what they saying. Lifted One says the Chiefs are like Thanos. Come on, man. That's what they saying, bro.
I'm not saying it.
I think as a podcast family, we can get behind that, man.
No.
I think as a collective, everybody should just get on board with that, man. We should all just collectively put on our black and gold.
Don't put my name on that.
Put on our black and gold, but have a blue and red spirit this weekend. That's what I think we should do, man. I like it. I like it, man.
Can't do it.
A lot of the chat is supportive of this concept, though. I didn't realize that would be the energy. I was a little nervous. You know, you should throw it out there sometimes to see what they say. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think everyone's to the point with Kansas City that they're treating them like New England.
Serious?
Yeah.
So, are you to that point is the real question.
No, I just don't care.
Come on,
none of these
Deke.
teams are the
Come on,
Steelers,
man. Come on, Deke, man. You got to give me some energy over there, man. Come on, don't do me like that, man.
So I don't like KC. I don't like the Bills.
He said, I don't like none of y'all.
Lose,
all right, all y'all in trouble.
Right.
All y'all.
It's lose. Just sit back and hopefully you get some good NFL games here. Get some good football product.
Respect.
Something entertaining.
I like it, baby. I like it, man. Well, I'm just trying to make sure that we don't have to see another Mahomes Super Bowl parade and, you know, hear more about Mahomes and his greatness and how he has another this, another that, and this. Like, nah, man, we ain't got time for any of that, man. Because the further he expands his legacy, the harder it is for Big Ben and the GOAT convo. And I know how much you feel about, you know, how you care about Seven, the GOAT convo. We got to make sure that we keep him valid in that thing, man. The only way that can happen is if he get a little bit more smut on his name in these playoffs. So we need to see him take an L in the AFC Championship. Otherwise, it's tough. It's like, man, how we going to have Seven over him and he's like perfect record outside of Brady? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Mahomes is on a pretty damn good pace.
You catch what I'm saying? I just think that this could help that argument. That's all. Interview is my friend, bro. I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to help you help us. You know what I mean? Like, we just helping each other.
What, Mahomes already got 3, right?
Yeah, man. But he needs the L somewhere.
MVPs.
He needs some L's in here, man. He need to just get rough a little bit, man. If he makes it,
if 7 straight AFC championships.
But what if he has a really, really bad AFC championship performance? That can start to chip away. That can start to help at it, Deke. You know it can start to help, Deke. Come on, man. Deke, come on, man. Deke, you know it'll help him, Deke. Come on, man. I'm just saying it can help him out, bro. It can help him out. He can't look good all the time. If he look all the time, then it's going to be like, oh, Ben's number 1. No, he ain't. You heard him, Holmes. You heard Ray. It's like, no, we don't want to deal with that. So we just need some negatives over there. All right. And what better time than this weekend? Yeah.
I just don't got time for that anymore, to be honest.
All right.
I could just always use the Ben grew up in a different era card.
That don't be working with Dan Marino all the time, man.
That's an easy one.
We try with Dan Marino. Nobody goes for it no more. They be like, I don't care about none of that, man.
Yeah. Well, he's got no rings either. Yeah, but I'm telling you, some people. I mean, if you
some people love Danny Marino, man.
I was gonna say, if you got a personal preference or you just got a way of seeing things. People make cases for Dan Marino. I'm sure there's going to be people bringing up a case for Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, they ain't right.
I'm with you. And I think we could really make Mahomes not look right either.
You just gotta say this dude's damn good.
Don't you do that, man? Why you want to concede to him, man? Anymore. I can't believe Deke. How you conceding to this man? Don't let that cold temperature get to you, bro. You letting the cold weather make you concede to Mahomes, all right? Don't do that.
I don't know about that. The dude's just that good. I mean, that's how I got with Brady at one point. You know, he came in, got those 3 early rings, and a lot of people thought he was overrated. You know, got a little lucky. The rest were on his side. Would always be complaining to the rest of the people. Just, you know, they got sick of him. But then how he had that second win to his career and just was consistently great, consistently getting his team in the playoffs, deep playoff runs, and winning the Super Bowl. It's just like you just got to chalk it up to the dude and say, you know what, he's good. He's just flat out good. Can't make excuses anymore.
Shout out to Brady. So are you saying that he's officially your overall number 1?
Who?
Brady. Is that what you're saying? I was just checking. No. I just figured I'd ask all right, just figure out.
Not on my personal list.
I figured out it.
I could understand why people may have certain players above Ben in their all-time ranking. I can understand that. There's only a couple players I can understand.
Yeah.
Others I can't, but like a Brady.
Okay.
I can understand why some may think he's better than Ben. I can understand why some may think Mahomes is better than Ben. Outside of those two,
so what is Manning in that list as well? Or
no, hell no.
He don't get in that list. Okay, all right. Just figured out ass, man. All right.
Hell no.
So what's the deal breaker for Manning? Because I can understand Rodgers. What's the deal breaker for Manning though?
I don't know. I just thought he was overrated. Push comes to shove. In terms of like being clutch.
Because he got two of them things at two different locations.
Come on, that second one. I mean, come on.
But he gave you a 50 the year before that.
I know. He's good. I feel like he folded in big moments. Not as dynamic as Ben. He's a good player. Obviously, he's on the all-time list. He's in the top 10. But yeah, I'm taking Ben. Game for my life tomorrow. I'm taking Big Ben over Peyton Manning.
Okay. And what about
easily? I
see the Robarian bringing up Montana.
Different eras. Didn't get to see Montana like that. But I bet you if you put Big Ben on those 49ers teams,
different eras.
He's winning at least 5 or 6 championships.
Let's go. I like it, baby.
The same can be said for Terry Bradshaw versus Big Ben.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I know Bradshaw's got the 4 rings, but dude was playing with, I think, 10 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Big Ben never had more than, I think, 2 Hall of Famers on
at a time?
At a given time.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it, baby. I like it. All right. Well, we got a couple of minutes. TG just texted. Need a couple minutes. You're doing that important DC compliance and important information stuff down at Norfolk State University with Mike Vick. Shout out to the homies over there. But we'll start the thing, man, with our shout outs, man, because we have not done that just yet. So drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way we'll give you the big boy shout out to start the day's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
This is disrespect. Smoothness says, Ben's arguably top 30. Get out of here.
That's not a bad. Is that bad? Is top 30
That's
bad?
Disrespectful. So,
as you said, top 30 quarterback or top 30 just player? He got to be talking about quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, if he's saying quarterbacks,
he's got to be talking quarterbacks. He got to be talking quarterbacks. It's been a lot of quarterbacks that play football though, Deke, in the National Football League.
That's disrespectful. I'm telling you.
It's been a lot of quarterbacks though.
Felicia Bellard,
a lot of
from
quarterbacks.
337 Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Shout out to Felicia and shout out to Lake Charles, baby.
Top 30, that's more Russ's level.
I mean, is top 30 bad? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
For Big Ben, yeah. It's disrespectful.
Let's go.
Anthony Manzanares from the 412.
Shout out. Let's get it, man. So you're dealing with this brick outside as well, man. Tell us if it's -6 on your side of town, man. Yeah.
Brian says, I wish Tom Brady's dad pulled out that night.
Hey, yo, what? At least we out of the top 10. It's 18 minutes. We all right, God, dog, though, bro. It be y'all, all right, y'all wild.
Would have made life easier for not only the Steelers, but the NFL over the last 25 years.
Holy smokes, man. Holy smokes.
I'm too saucy for you. 601, Jackson, Mississippi. Moats, the double agent.
Hey, don't do me like that, too saucy, man. I'm trying to do this for Deke. I'm trying to do this for the Steeler Nation. I'm trying to do this for everybody that is tired of Travis Kelce, tired of Patrick Mahomes, tired of Jackson Mahomes, tired of Brittany Mahomes, tired of Taylor Swift. And now, recently tied up, Caitlin Clark in the booth with Taylor Swift. I'm just saying, man, they bringing out all the Avengers, man. They bringing out the team, man. So I'm just trying to help us help everybody. That's all.
I guess Clark was a Chiefs fan, big Chiefs fan.
You see, everybody's a big Chiefs fan. Everybody's a big Mahomes fan. You know how it go, man. We got Glorilla. Shout out to Glow.
Yeah,
we got Big Glow. She's still holding it down. Yeah.
I was going to say Snoop Dogg, but I can't Snoop Dogg.
I was about to say, hey, man, might have seen Snoop and Rams gear last week, man. You just never know with him, man. Shout out to Snoop, though.
Was he?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think so because it was on the road. If it was a home game, hey, man, you know who'd have been there. Hey, Rams, y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Barbarian 757 snowed in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Ooh, let's go. I know if it's snowing in the crib, everything's shut down back coast. The kids out of school up here. The little ones were asleep. They got a little virtual thing popping off in a little bit. I started to do like super dad energy,
they
man.
Do that now.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
That's a bunch.
It's
of
super
BS.
lame. It's so lame, bro. But it was
so there's officially no more snow days.
Correct. Everything is you hop on this computer, you get a 2-hour delay, and then from that 2-hour delay, you sit on this screen and treat it like COVID, bro.
Everyone thinks technology's making everything better.
Yeah.
I disagree.
It's like, look, man, you're gonna get that work, man. You gonna get that work in.
Perfect example. No more snow days.
Yeah.
That does not improve lives.
No more snow days, man. It's like that, bro.
Yeah. I don't think that necessarily makes things better.
Hey, they say, hey, look, we ain't got time for none of this, man. You know what we are.
You're
get up.
Out.
Let's get some work in.
You're missing out.
Let's get some work in.
There's something to a snow day. I was expecting to go to school.
Yeah.
Now I'm not. Have the day off.
Oh my God, it is so. Man, you think about how fire that feels too. It's like the best feeling when that happens, bro.
Bro, shit's getting crazy out here with this technology though.
Yeah.
Like I was at the Pitt Hoops game, and they had this thing set up for buying drinks. It was roped off. You had to go in one way. There's this entrance. And what they did was they had a person there. They check your card, and then you go within the roped area, and you can just grab whatever you want, and then leave without having to like pay for what you had.
Directly,
they said the cameras will just see what you grabbed and then put it on your card that you showed them at the beginning whenever you
when you first walked in.
So
that's crazy.
The lady told me that, and I said, hell no, I'm going to the normal concession. This is becoming too much like 1984. I said, hell no, I'm not doing this. Shoot. This is crazy.
I think the first stadium I went to where I experienced anything close to that, you remember Green Bay, bro? Remember, like, they had the little entry thing where you don't work with, like, an actual, like, person, but it was almost like a self-checkout type thing. But that was my first time being in an NFL or a stadium in general where I could walk in, pick what you need to pick, and then almost self-checkout without having to go to, like, the traditional, this is the person that works there, card, et cetera, et cetera.
You're scanning your stuff, though, and you're putting your card.
Yeah,
right?
but I still do. But it's almost like a self-checkout, like you would do it like a grocery store.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this one.
You're saying that was like way past that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You don't check out. You show them your cards, so the cameras know, like,
this is his card.
That was him and his card. Now I'm going to see him grab whatever and just
we're
walk
going to track it. Yeah.
And then we're going to charge him later. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Technology, man. The evolution. Evolution, bro.
No, I'm going to the old school concession stand. I'm asking someone to get me a beer. They're going to bring it over. I'm going to say thank you.
Yeah.
Put my card down.
Yeah, it hits a little different that way, bro.
That's how I'm doing it. Holy hell. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, what year are we in? What is this?
Yeah, bro. And you know it's only going to continue to go in that direction, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think technology necessarily is making everything better. There's trade-offs with all this stuff.
I know it is, because for certain things,
watch out. People never saw iRobot. People need to watch that movie.
Yo, that is funny. I'm gonna say, iRobot, man. Don't forget.
Like, I'm not.
Never forget.
There's lines with certain things that we shouldn't be going past. So, like, I don't know. I think this example I'm bringing up, it's like, all right, what's the slippery slope here?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is this: you're just losing the human touch, man. You're losing the human element. A lot of this technology stuff, from my perspective, it's you can become more convenient. You can streamline. You can take away the human element of theft, of user error, of employee arguing with customer, right, or consumer. But at the same time, you are losing out on, like you just talked about, man. I want to feel like I'm interacting with somebody. I want to feel like, man, somebody's actually watching me. I'm actually doing something legit. I ain't about to just be in here just trying to run off, even though I'm not doing that. It's just the thought of, like, man, I want to feel some normalcy. I want to feel what I've been accustomed to for 20 plus years of, being a person that was going to stores and stuff like that and actually, like, understand. I'm sure when you was, 5, 6, you weren't really understanding all that at that stage. But, I just think of it that way, man. You bring up iRobot. Shout out to iRobot. I've seen the movie Terminator, Deke. Terminator is very much the same, okay? When you get bored, watch Terminator. There's a lot of them. The first 1, 2, and 3 are elite, okay? But Skynet is a son of a gun, all right? And Skynet is basically iRobot, but now we're going to fast forward it, okay? And we're going to show you, like, the real slow build, how it happened, futuristic and going back in time and all that type of stuff. And you'd be like, yo, I get what the approach is, but I could also see how it goes left. That's the part that, obviously with Hollywood, they add on to it. But yeah, man, it's definitely one of them like weird mixes that we're in right now, because there are a lot of benefits to technology.
For sure.
A lot of benefits to it. I mean, shoot, we're able to stream, we're able to talk to so many people live in person without having to be all in the same location due to technology. I mean, shoot, with me, you go virtual at times, you know what I mean? But at the same thing, it's just like, man, where does it end?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. When do we say enough is enough, man? Because we're constantly pushing that limit.
Right. Yeah. If you ain't helping the human experience, you're hurting it.
Yeah.
And yeah, some of this technology, I do think it's made us more efficient in ways, right? But
yeah.
Is this how we're meant to live? It's a deep question right there.
It is, bro. You was getting all philosophical on me this morning, man.
Yeah, I'll just leave it up and end it.
Yeah. I like it.
I'll let people ruminate on that.
That's why you Deke, bro. That's why you Deke, bro. Respect on that. All right. Man, I text TG just waiting to see was he completely finished up. You know how he be, bro. You know how a dog be, man. So yeah, once he texts back, then we'll get it going, man.
Vic. We'll talk to him.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, Vic, I know you got TG running and ripping. So what's up with you, bro? What you got going on, man? When you pulling up? You know what I mean? That's the real questions. We want the exclusive. We want to know what's going on with Norfolk State. We want to know how you feel about Seb. How you feel about here. How you feel, because he got a 7 down there too. Like that's the new thing. You know what I mean?
Who? They got a quarterback?
They got a quarterback. His number 7 as well.
Really?
Yeah. So everybody back home was like, oh, it's 7 got 7. Because, Chris, that's 7. So, you just got to ask him how you feel about that 7. Because we got a lot of 7s. I know you like 7 too.
Yeah.
They don't be liking that 7.
What? No.
He say, look, bro, hey, man, you'll be calling by 7 now, bro. So the 1-7, I'm like, dang.
I mean, I really like Vic.
I'm with you, bro. But you gotta remember, like, I ain't from Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not. I think you're misreading me.
Yeah, I was like, we on the same page here, man.
Yeah, you're misreading me.
All right, all good. But shoot, man. So while we wait on TG, man, we could go ahead and start hopping in. Because we actually got a couple supers from today.
Yeah. If
we want to tap in on those, let's do that. So then that way, at least we'll be staying current. And then we'll catch up on whatever we need to catch up on post TG call, man. So y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. All righty.
That boy 23. I think people forget Roger Jones was a raw player coming out of college and would need like 3 seasons since he didn't play a lot in college.
I mean, this is true. He was raw, but let me preface that. He wasn't raw in the sense that we never saw him play. We never saw him have good games. That's not the case. It was just raw in the sense of he's not a 4-year starter. That was the Georgia offensive lineman or Georgia just player coming out concept just in general. A lot of those dudes were 1-year or 2-year starters, and then they were making the leap. But you would watch them and see the tape and see how elite they looked, and that was why guys like Broderick got drafted in the first. Guys like Amarius Mims, the tackle over in Cincinnati just a year ago, we were talking about him, and we said that, man, he looked great in his 2 college football playoff starts, and we saying, man, he was starting opposite of Broderick, but at the same time, he missed a ton of football. Now, part of that was due to some of the injuries, but he just didn't have a ton of like reps out there. But it didn't take away from the feeling that he could come in and his game could translate sooner than 3 years. Like, I don't think that was fully the mindset with that.
And we got him playing on the wrong side.
Yeah, it's a lot of factors in it.
Yeah, he came out of Georgia's left tackle. I think all the intention was for him to play left tackle first after we drafted him, and we never got him over there. So I mean, I think that's part of it too. Mm-hmm. But he just still should be playing better than what he's doing, because we're not making these excuses for Joe Alt over at Notre Dame. He was left tackle at Notre Dame. He's playing right tackle with the Chargers.
Penei Sewell.
Yeah,
that was the left. He's been playing right.
Although, yeah, didn't is he still playing?
He's
right?
Still playing right.
He's still playing.
He's still playing right.
And actually,
did
he start off left with the Lions and they moved him over to right?
It was
because
I want to say Decker was hurt or something was going on at left early.
Yeah,
but he's been right the whole time now, man.
Yeah, that's the weird thing with him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Broderick's he just hasn't been playing good because he was playing better his rookie year. I felt like than what he did this year. Definitely took a step back.
I think it was just more expectations on him too this year.
Some of it too might have been he was banged up early on in the season.
Wait, because he was dealing with was at the elbow. We saw him with the the big brace on him and stuff. So yeah,
this is going to be a make or break year for Broderick.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I said, it's not fair that he hasn't been able to play his position that he was drafted to play, but at the same time, that is the NFL.
Now, presumably, he's about to.
Yeah.
For everything I'm seeing, they're saying they want him over to left tackle.
Yeah.
If you would have told me they were doing that middle of the season, I would have been a little more hesitant because Dan Moore was playing good to start, but he finished terribly. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, if you're gonna pay someone that's a risk, why not go with the guy that you drafted in the first round, has more upside? Yeah. And that you're going to be paying less. Yeah. I think that's where we're at.
Now, I think that there are a little bit more risk with it, but I think that these are risks that we're willing to live with. And what I mean is this. The assumption is, hey, it can't be any worse than Dan Moore. And we've already been proven on multiple occasions that it actually can be a lot worse. We've seen that when... I always go back to the Pouncey situation, man, that last year, and they're like, yo, it can't be any worse than that. And then we had, obviously, Kendrick Green come in, and then people said, oh, this was worse.
We tried to do that.
So when people say it can't get worse, I'm just like, actually, it always can get worse. Dan Moore wasn't a terrible player. Dan Moore actually was a good player, just wasn't a great player. Dan Moore, towards the end, he got beat by two really good pass rushers, man. They beat him pretty bad, man. Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson. We know if you look at the guys who finished in the NFL, leaders in sacks, you look at Trey Hendrickson, you look at Myles Garrett. So I don't look at that and have this like overreaction to it. But I will say that for Broderick, the upside is there. The pedigree is there. That's why you drafted him in the first round. And you do truly hope that he can develop into that player. But let's not act like it can't be even worse for Broderick, because Broderick's been playing on the right side. And we all say, and this is part of the criticism on TJ, that's usually not your best pass rusher. That's usually the second best guy. We say the best guy, the dog, the dude that gets paid the most on that defense, usually that pass rusher on the left tackle side, the guy that Dan Moore's had to deal with, not the guys that Broderick's been dealing with. So now we've already felt a certain type of ways about Broderick on the right side. Now we're about to really find out what he is capable of and if he is better than, what we were seeing on that right, because the quality of opponent he's about to be facing as, a left tackle potentially, it's going to be a lot more challenging than the guys that he's been facing at the right side. So that's my only thing with it. I'm like, it can for certain be worse if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, like, because this is a way different pool of play he's about to be facing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. His poor play will be much more prevalent too.
Yeah, it will show a lot more on that side. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, big year for him. Yeah. I think that's something in the offseason we're just going to have a question mark about. Yeah. Left tackle. And then we're going to have to wait and
left tackle at quarterback, man. Yeah. Because I think whichever decision we make with quarterback, people are going to question it regardless. I think whatever decision we make with this tackle situation, whether it was Dan, whether it was Broderick, people are going to have questions about it. I think the only one where they probably won't question crazily is Troy Fautanu, and that's more so because of high pedigree, a short, super small sample size, but at least he looked good in that sample size. And I think that that's the optimism surrounding him. But yeah, I think quarterback, left tackle, man, people are going to be questioning whatever decisions we make. I think the one that everybody's going to love is running back. I don't think they're going to have any issues if we decided not to proceed with Najee. I think a lot of people. No way. You think people are going to be tripping on it?
Chat loves Najee.
The chat might love Najee, but they're not going to love Najee more than if they were to get an Ashton Genty or if they were to go get a Speedy back, if they were going to get something sexier. they're not going to be complaining about Najee to that same extent is what I'm saying. Whereas, like, if we were to stick with Russ and let Fields walk, people are going to complain about it a lot louder is what I mean.
I'll be one of them. Yeah.
You see what I mean? But it's like you have a hard stance on that already. Whereas with Naj, you're not tripping on that. You like, all right, well, which back they bring in to replace him? It's a lot more like willing to be open to it when it pertains to Najee in that running back room. Whereas at quarterback, people are already trying to like set their, this is my guy. And if he doesn't work, then this is on you guys, but this is my guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, that's a good point. I think the organization would be proven right too by moving off of Najee. Whatever guy that they bring in, I think people will see early on that, all right, we needed some extra spark. We needed some extra speed, a guy that can get to the edge and move off of this like more plodding style.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, and I love there's a ton of positives with that. We'll see. Risk-wise is obviously availability. That's the one constant with Naj, but shoot, man, we'll find out. We'll definitely find out.
Next, we got Mike Hood. Good morning, Moats and Deke. Thoughts on Will Howard? He's been under the radar all year. He says, go Bucks. Igbuka for real, too. I think I'm mispronouncing his name. How do you get? Because whenever I heard the broadcast, they weren't pronouncing his last name like that.
How would you hear him? Is it Igbuka? How would you say it?
That's how I've been saying it, but I think they said it different on the broadcast.
Oh, how'd you hear it?
I don't remember, but I think in the moment I was like, wait, I don't think that's how I pronounce his last name.
Oh, shoot, half the time, man, I'll be watching that joint on mute or have music on, bro. So yeah, I've been calling him Igbuka. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been calling him.
We'll go with that for now.
Worst case, call him Emeka. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the Ohio State receiver. Yeah.
The Ohio State receiver that's in the draft this year.
All right, so Mike Hood said they say Ibuka. So the G is silent then. Maybe that's what they're saying. All right, I'm over to it, man. We're gonna learn a lot about these names.
I believe him because Mike Hood's the one asking the questions.
Yeah, here. And I'll also say this: there is no official. You got the right pronunciation of the name until you actually talk to the person. Because I'd never forget, man. Last year, Troy Fautanu. Man, you know how many different pronunciations I heard on Troy Fautanu between us pre-draft stuff, when he got drafted that night, then the pronunciations that they were telling me, going down to even the when we did the press conference, or not the press conference, the introduction down at the stadium when he first got to town. And it's like, man, everybody is saying all these different pronunciations of it, and then he's like, oh, it's Fautanu. And we're just like, really, bro? I'm calling him Fatanu. I forgot how we said it the night when he got drafted. We called him something totally. It was like, there's a lot going on with that thing, though, man. A lot going on with it. So we're going to figure out the correct way to say Emeka.
Ibuka. He says he's for real, too. And salute to the chat, fam.
Let's get it.
So thoughts on Will Howard?
I mean, for me, I like what I saw from him.
Dude's been balling out.
Yeah.
It seems like, I don't know why he's not getting talked about as much. Maybe it's because, and I think he said it in some of his post-championship interviews, he's viewed as, or maybe Riley Leonard said, I can't remember. But either way, Will Howard has been viewed as more of a running quarterback through most of his college career, going back to Kansas State.
Yeah.
This one-off year, I think
where he had to do more of the passing stuff.
For some stability at quarterback. Yeah, I don't think anyone really knew what type of arm talent or passing talent Will Howard had. They just knew that he was a good college quarterback.
Yeah.
Like he saw it at Kansas State. He was able to carry that team a little bit. Gets to Ohio State, and obviously with the receivers that they got and the weapons they have on offense, Will Howard was able to showcase some of that passing talent. And I think he looked good. I mean, was clutch in the game too.
I like what I saw from him, man. Whenever you're talking about, when you're talking about stepping up, clutch, game on the line, can you make plays down the stretch with your arm? Can you make plays down the stretch with your legs? But he did all those things, man. I liked. So for me, I didn't watch a ton of him during the regular season. So
me neither.
For me, it was interesting to see, like, okay, this dude has some juice with his legs, man, in terms of how they were utilizing him with some of the QB run action. But then to see him make multiple throws throughout the game, and then the one that I just enjoyed the most was the last throw, the Jeremiah Smith one, because it was the situation, it was the confidence, it was the belief from his coaching staff that says we're playing beyond the sticks. I'm not just trying to get 4 to 5 yards right here. I'm trying to end it. I'm trying to get a headshot. This is the FU ball. And to me, man, you don't call that. Yeah. But you don't call that unless you really believe a dude is capable of doing that. You could play it safe and say, man, let's play defense with this thing. Or you put that ball in your quarterback's hand and say, yo, make a play. Now, we've seen quarterbacks make dumb plays in that moment as well and lose you the game, turn the ball over. But to see him make that play, man, and connect to execute it, man, I thought it was dope. Now, I still got to go watch a lot more of him to see, like, where he would be in comparison to a Fields or in comparison to the Sam Darnolds of the world, right? Or these free agent market quarterbacks, Russ included, and stuff like that. But it's like, man, in terms of that being my first, like, real introduction to him, like, I like what I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's got a weak arm. Dude's 6'4".
Yeah, he has size.
I'm wondering why he wasn't talked about as much being a first, second round type of prospect. I feel like the stats and what he was asked to do during the regular season wasn't as much as what we're seeing in the playoffs. Maybe that's part of it too. And then going back to his Kansas State rep, he was more of like a running quarterback. Yeah, a little bit more unknown in the passing game. That was just the offensive style that they ran. Yeah. But maybe now, I mean, after you see what he did in these playoffs, and like good, obviously man. The dude can pass the ball.
Yeah, right? He look good.
He can pass.
But shoot, man, let's get this day rolling though, man, because we're gonna talk to TG about this too, man. So let's call him up real quick. Get him in this day, man. Hop right in on this Will Howard. Alrighty, and like I said, if y'all are enjoying today's show, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hey, I like when the audio works like it's supposed to, Deke. You see that? You see it.
Hello?
Yeah! Is that my dog? Is that my dog?
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
There he is.
Good morning.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are joined right now by that Pittsburgh Steelers alum. I'm talking about that West Virginia Mountaineer, almost heaven alum. I'm talking about my locker mate, one half of the locker mates, and the current defensive coordinator of the Norfolk State University Spartans. The one and only Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. Coach Garvin. Coach Garvin. How is my dog doing, man?
How we feeling, man? Out here in the snow, man.
Oh, I'm about to say, I know y'all got snow at the crib, man. It's cold down there. It's brick up here, though. Deke said it was -6 when he was in the whip, man. Said it just kept getting colder and colder and colder.
It's 22 here at least, so it's not... But
now that's shorts weather. Some of the people said that's shorts weather out here, man.
That's shorts weather. No, it's no sleeves weather for sure. Though.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say that. It's no sleeves weather for sure. You go out there and make a tackle in this weather.
About to say, I got to roll the windows down a little bit, man. When it's a little chilly out like this today.
It's football weather.
No, respect on that.
Yeah, still football weather.
Now, speaking of football, man, we're gonna hop right in because me and Deke, man, we were asked about the Ohio State quarterback, Will Howard, man. And, obviously we were just talking about, how he played in the national championship and why hadn't he been getting talked about a little bit more, on the draft circus and stuff like that. But, man, before we get into deep diving into that, what was your thoughts on the Natty, man? What was your thoughts on Will Howard?
Man, I thought he was efficient. He played really well. There's a point he was, I think he was
like perfect out that joint. Yeah.
But he was efficient, made good decisions. I thought the game plan was really good. They made it pretty easy for him in a sense. Take what he got, throw to his big players with his time. That was a good team. The team's so strong. That momentum was so up that I think he doesn't get his credit because that team is so good. Team so strong.
Because you would hear about the receivers so much. Yeah. Both receivers, low key.
It's really 3 of them.
Yeah.
The tight end, I remember his story coming out. I was in Seattle. I was with the Seahawks when he was coming out. He's the number one receiver. He was that guy out there. He was that tight end, So it's like
who?
it's just
Will
so much
Howard?
time.
No. He said it was a tight end.
Scott.
Yeah,
G. Scott. G. Scott. I remember him coming out. Like, good play. Really good play. Good stealer. But, like,
I heard what you just said there. You said the tight end would be a good steal. That's what you just said there.
Yeah, good stealer.
Okay. All right. We got to look into this cat then. Yeah.
So, he was the number one receiver, like, everything in Seattle. You know?
Yeah.
I was a Seahawk. He used to come to the facility. He was that guy. You know,
low key, that sounds like the Darnell Washington story. Remember how he said he was a wide receiver in Vegas, number one in the state and everything like that. Against the Georgia, they put him at tight end, and that's why he was like, everybody looks at him as like a blocking guy. And he's like, man, I'm a receiver. Like, I go catch. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is how strong they are. That they got it's pieces in there, it's stories in there, all types of stories. Like, they're just, 33 was the number one player in the country. Like, they just got. Yeah. They're so talented. They're so loaded.
Running back was nice too. I was like, yo, you out here with your shorts for pants, but dude was killing them. Yeah.
There's two of them in there. And it's like, you think you got all that, it minimizes the quarterback play.
So it's almost like the Brock Purdy approach then, or almost like that perception towards him.
It's just manage this. Throw where you're supposed to throw. And they'll catch that.
Okay.
He'll catch that. Now throw that. Like the one-on-one at the end of the game, they knew that was catch.
Gotcha.
But when they seen the zero to play before, it was like, now we're throwing that.
Put it up in this area. All he got to do is just give him a chance. He'll make you right.
He don't get credit for it. It's more the receiver get credit for being so amazing.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, that was a nice throw. It's like, man, he's just so amazing out there. Just throw it. So
now I'm just curious because Moats brought up Brock Purdy, and to me, from my eyes, Will Howard has more talent and upside than a Brock Purdy. And then you look at a J.J. McCarthy last year, and what he did with Michigan, that got him drafted in like the top 10 or 11.
On, bro, seriously, he was handing that ball off.
What's Will Howard doing worse than J.J. McCarthy?
That's a great call.
Have him be drafted in the second or third round as opposed to being in the first.
He lost to Michigan.
Especially in this weak quarterback class.
He lost to Michigan, and JJ beat Ohio State.
I'm just curious. I'm just straight up curious because, like you said, I haven't watched Will Howard like that. I just know the dude's been playing really good in these playoffs, and it seems like he passes the eye test for everything.
Man, I don't know his intangibles, like those things,
Yeah.
Like, is he the big arm guy? Is he he looks like he can move a little bit.
Yeah, because Deke said like his backstory was more of the dual threat running style versus Kansas State versus what we saw at national championship, more of him, throwing a little bit more, making plays with the arm.
Kansas State is that QB power offense.
Mm-hmm. They running that thing, you know that.
Yeah, Tebow.
Play 11 on 11. You call that Tebow offense? Yeah, I hate it. So that he give you a different game. Yeah.
Is he coming out or he has another year?
I think he's coming out.
Yeah, I want to say he's out.
Year.
Yeah,
I think
he did like a graduate transfer thing.
Tell his story one more year. If he had one more year, that'd be nice.
That'd be so. We brought up, I think it was the Bo Nix was the guy that I was thinking of, man, when I was like initially watching him, because of that story of Bo, Auburn, up and down. We saw some positive, but as a whole, it's kind of like, you see him in Oregon and we're like, oh, snap, man, you look like legit. And then obviously we saw what he's able to do this first year in Denver. So when I was looking at Will, I'm like, is that a guy that is maybe on that type of trajectory?
I mean, I think you could say something like that. He just won the 90,
You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, turn your nose up at that part, right? And it was in a 12-game college football playoff.
Got hurt, over there in Minnesota, like, not even to say it, because it's like to say JJ, but JJ got hurt. Like,
so we don't even know if he's going to be good yet, or if that was just a reach.
That could be the way. Like, how old is Will Howard? He's a little bit older. 24.
Yeah, I don't know about that old.
I think those things factor in. Like, Bo Nix was grown, Bo Nix is...
Yeah, that's a grown-up. I mean, same with Michael Penix. We say they're grown. Yeah.
Some of those are grown-ups, like, Like
he's 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
23 and his birthday's in September. So he's about to be 24. Yeah, grown. I like it.
Bo Nix is like 26.
I'm about to say, but think about it. 24 as a rookie. Bro, am I tripping?
I think that's what Joe Burrow was. I think that might have been what Kenny was too.
Yeah,
some of these guys that stick around
the fifth
in
and sixth year. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I'm about to say 24 as a rookie, bro. I'm about to say, we ain't doing that one now. You grown. Yeah.
Penix had to have been. He's probably 24.
Yeah, because they be trying to say Kenny was 30.
Cam Ward might be.
Kenny wasn't that old.
Cam Ward's probably like 23.
Low key, I don't know.
He's been 5 different stops. He was
right.
at that small school for 2 years. Then he was at Washington State 2 years, and then Miami. He's 22. He's about to turn 23. Cam Ward, so a year difference.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think it's. I mean, you're just seeing it. I don't know about more and more. It's just I feel like you're getting the mix of guys coming in after their 3 years of in between high school and pros are up.
Yeah.
And like immediately, and you might get some guys that are like 21 versus someone like a Kenny or a Burrow, like a Will Howard, staying there all the way through, and Bo Nix, Penix, and they're 23, 24 coming out.
Low key, what's the age on Jaden Daniels? That's the one.
What you get? I would say the same thing.
Hey, TG, how you think Jaden is, man?
He did a full college run.
Dang, did I lose?
Yeah, it might have just been me and you talking. 24. He just turned 24.
Oh, you said 24.
He was
okay.
23 going into his rookie year.
I say because that could be the vibe. Get you a one that got a little bit of age on him.
A little bit of crisp between. Just a little bit.
Okay, man.
But the thing about Jaden is like that team. That's the team of destiny. Like I low-key said that.
Don't start that. Don't start the team of destiny. Don't start that. Don't do that.
When the ball going off the field goal, you had to start. I called this last week.
Team of destiny.
Check the tape. I told everybody.
I think you picked Lions.
I called this.
The destiny though.
But this is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. They're so gimmicky.
That Kingsbury. Heck yeah.
It's finally clicked. Like it's so gimmicky that because every play he has like 3 things he can do it.
Yeah,
and
that's real. It puts you in a conflict.
It puts you in such conflict. Mm-hmm. Like it makes you play. Like you can't be out there with 3 linebackers.
It's the college game.
Or you gotta be out there with
this. We don't see this.
It's real. Spread you out. Your corners better stand up out there.
Where's your apex player? They're making your nickel be an apex and make the right decision. Is he going to tackle or not?
What you doing? Yeah. You in the fit? You out the fit? What you doing? Who's in the fit? It look like he's coming down. Like, it's a lot of, it's gimmicky. Yeah. It's super, and it's tough. And he's perfect for it.
He's making great decisions too, bro.
And he's so athletic, Like he can run way better than people give him that he can. Like he's so athletic. That it's like it's tough. He's a tough day. To score all them points in the playoffs, that's a lot.
No, facts.
So it's not. I don't want you to like.
He did against the Lions on the road too.
Yeah, it's just a different style of play.
Yeah,
and that defense, that's still that Seattle 3.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you see Bobby over there. He living over there.
Yeah. It's that Seattle 3. It's going to hold up.
They got him a little corner now, too. It's all right. You see they done built it up?
And then turn it manish and they straight.
Yeah.
Doing whatever they got to do.
Now, shoot, man. Shout out to the Commanders taking care of business, man. That was dope. How'd you feel about the Eagles, man? Saquon and them boys, man?
I think that's a tough team. Saquon's tough. Saquon's everything.
Yeah, because that's my thing. I'm like, you know what that is? Like, they got to see tough. Each other. Ooh.
If you take a bad step with them, he's gone. It's crazy.
At the NFL level, bro, he's doing this.
Yeah, if you take a bad step with him, that he finds it. Man. That last run was crazy.
I'm like, he's accelerating and pulling away from defeat. When the last time we seen an RB really just pull away like 50, 60-yard touchdown runs, man? We don't see that too often, man.
We don't.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you here?
Man, for running backs. Yeah. For running backs to be able to just step out. That's how CJ2K was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you can tell he studies. because that last run, like he knew something. Like you see how he hit it. Like he knew something. Like you could tell he studies. Like he knew which way that safety was.
Dang,
like,
man, you said that like running backs don't be studying, man. Don't do it like that.
You can tell he studies, man. He not in
he
there.
Said he just getting it, just running.
He ain't in there just running.
Dig, some of these dudes, you be like, hey, bro, what you looking at, bro? Where you going?
Found that. I don't know how he found that.
Saquon different right now, bro. The way he playing, yeah,
that's
real.
Found that. That was real. Like, I'm cutting this thing all the way back into the C gap.
Yeah.
That was supposed to go front
side.
Hey,
yes, that was front side run. Yeah,
that was a front side run. He cut the thing all the way back. I don't know what he said.
See, where you see that at?
I don't know what that was Le'Veon.
L Bell, or was Detroit? I seen something. I seen something. I got that. I seen something.
Just give me the ball. Let me go.
It's like, all right, bro. You see.
Take it.
But no, man. So shout out to that over there, man. Let's see. You had Chiefs taking care of business as well, man. What was your thoughts on those dudes, man? Oh, okay. Is that time? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that time.
Okay.
No, it's that time.
Did anything surprise you in the game?
Man, I don't know, man. Like the ending was salty because of the drop, you know. I would have liked to see that go to overtime. I would like to see. No.
We talking about Chiefs. We talking about Chiefs. Don't you do that. We talking about Chiefs. Don't you do that. We talking Chiefs.
Got in mode.
Yeah, you ain't slick. We talking Chiefs. We talking Chiefs. Don't you do that. You ain't slick. You are not slick.
No. I'm like, man.
We're gonna get to that when we get to that. We're gonna get to that when we get to that. But right now, okay. How you feel about the Chiefs?
I'm already at Super Bowl because I'm like, the Chiefs going to win that. They're going to go on. I thought it was going to be. But yeah. Nah, the Chiefs game was cool. They were the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs. They are who we think they are.
Okay.
I think it's that time for them.
Yeah.
They're rolling.
Okay.
They're rolling.
All right,
that's gonna be a good game, but they're rolling. They're the Chiefs.
Yeah,
it's time.
All right, so talk to me about your favorite team, man. Talk to me about your Lamars, your Andrews and company, man.
What's the devastating. That was devastating.
It was devastating. I didn't think it was devastating. Deke, I didn't think it was devastating. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was poetic justice out there. I was just like, yo,
man.
I wanted to drop a teardrop. I was like, yo, this is, oh man. Sometimes you need 13 seconds the other way. You know what I mean? Sometimes Deke, you just need one, bro. Oh man.
I feel that. It was their time.
Hey, you said Team of Destiny. I was like, you know what? Did we finally get one? You mean a break finally went that way? What?
Are they over the hump?
Could this be?
I couldn't believe you dropped that. Man. I was devastated. But it was stuff before that.
People were saying that it was the throw, though.
I didn't think it was the throw. I thought the throw was done. Thought he put it where he was supposed to. Where you wanted him to put it?
Hey, man. Hey, Deke, I don't know if you see it. They've been saying that he should have let him a little bit. He shouldn't have waited as long to get the throw out. They say you should have got it out earlier, bro. That's what they saying, bro. That's what they saying.
He handed it to him. He handed it to him.
Man, they said he's supposed to take the route up, and then Lamar gave him a little air run to make it a little easier. They said it's such a tough catch to be going one way and have to reach back to get the ball. Oh, they said it's just such a tough catch.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say. I'm just saying a lot of people have said it, but that's what they say, man.
Say it,
all right. I see them the same way. I look at that the same way I felt about that toss play with Russ.
I don't know who's coming up with this crap. Just catch
is
the
that
ball,
the same as who?
It looked the exact same. When they critique that toss play to Naj and they like, yo, who was that for? I'm like, oh, that's how I'm looking at this one. They like, yo, man, why he throw it that he could have put that one in the front? I'm like, what?
I think that's the same.
It's the same thing. Like, bro, catch the ball.
You gotta catch that.
Catch the ball, bro.
Just catch the ball.
Gotta catch it, man. Mm-hmm. But overall, though, man, you thought Lamar did his thing, though, man? You was impressed with him?
I thought he played well.
Yeah.
I thought it was just one of those good games. It's one of those, like, you can't really be mad at either one. Like, it's going to be mistakes in the game. There's turnovers in the game. That's what the game is. Mm-hmm. Forcing turnover. You know, so it's like you can't be mad at either one. But it's like, So I think now Lamar's on that chase.
Uh-oh.
You know, he got to get over that hill. That's his hill right now. You see it? Like, So here it goes.
I think I'm with TG though. I think he played really good.
I love that AFC. I thought they played.
AFC
I thought it was
is
a
crazy
good
right now, bro.
I love that AFC.
Yeah, AFC is crazy.
That
right
AFC
now.
is tough.
It's crazy right now.
I love that AFC. You know, because now you got to go see him. You just.
You get through this to now. You got to go see the big dog. Yeah.
If you're a Buffalo, like, are you on an emotional high that you come down off of?
You never even heard the emotional high. In fact, you listened as soon as the game was over. Literally every player said the exact same thing. Man, this was great, but we haven't done anything. You know what next week is. Every single, I'm talking on the field in shoulder pads, like it's still like weather out there, and they're like, "Hey, how'd you about to win, man? Do you feel like y'all?" Hey, bro, we haven't done anything. We're excited, but we haven't done anything. We know what next week is. We know what we got to do. Job's not done. So he comes in, job's not done. You know what we got to do next week. I'm like, yo, they won't even like acknowledge, they beat the Ravens. It was like, you know what next week is. So. Everybody's on that, but everybody been on that. I mean,
for sure.
Anybody in the AFC, when you saw the Chiefs win versus the Texans, all of all of Baltimore and all of Buffalo said the same thing. This is a big game, but we know what next week is. So shit, it's like, bro, you can throw that pep rally because of that division game if you want to, but we know who this is. Yeah, and it's only been one guy we've seen knock him off in the AFC Championship, and that's Brady.
Well, Burrow.
Oh, excuse me, and Burrow too. Yeah, excuse me on that one. Yeah. So, yeah.
We got all this. It's 15. It's time. It's time. He's dangerous, man. I just don't see. I see him, and I know, Bo. I know. Yeah. Like they team of destiny-ish too. Yeah, I know. But it's 15 over there. If it was the time, this would be the year to get them.
I was gonna say, if anybody and if it's any time, this is perfect storm right now. I swear, I thought last year was perfect storm. This year's perfect storm right now.
Yeah, because they're not tough.
Yeah,
they're not tough.
They execute really well. They execute really well. They do not beat themselves at all
right now.
Yeah, they won't beat themselves
right now. They're not that scary.
They're not. Like, I promise they're not. But they execute. They don't make mistakes. Yeah.
If you come out there playing at all, they're gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Like you have to be on your game.
I think for them, man, they understand their margin for error is very small. It's kind of like what we talk about in Pittsburgh, and we're like, you almost have to play perfect to win. But if we do it, we see how effective it is. It's just with the Chiefs, they always feel like they got the A side at quarterback. So that's always an infinite boost for you. And then from there, it's, can we get a play here or there? Who's going to make a play for us? We just need somebody to make a play or two here or there because we got the quarterback answer. And, they living off of that. And it have been since Mahomes been there, man.
Like, he'll win this. He'll win this.
Yeah, so you're
PG's confident.
I love it. He said the same thing last week too, man. He was on Lamar last week, man. And then he'd have been saying, if the Ravens would have won, would you be saying that Patrick Mahomes is going to win this week? I'm just asking because you've already just said it multiple times. Like, I got the Chiefs in Super Bowl. I was already talking Super Bowl. I thought the Chiefs did it. I'm just asking because clearly we just saw your guy lose, and I just really want to know, like, if we already are writing the Bills off, was the Ravens just gonna be just taking a trip out there for the sake of taking a trip? They just want to get some frequent fly mileage. Or what was going on, bro?
I'll be real. That might have been a better matchup.
Is that right? Because I'm just looking up, like, man, how many times has Lamar even beat Mahomes and the Chiefs, bro?
I hear you.
I'm like, if there's anybody that has done it and done it a lot and even done it this year when the Chiefs were undefeated, it is this team. That's, I'm just throwing it out there. Like, so it has been done before. And the guy that did it, he is coming into town. It's kind of like, hey, man, you don't gotta believe in Santa Claus. But when you see him a couple times, you're like, you know what, man, it can't hurt to believe it. Maybe this be the year. Maybe we'll see what happens. I might give it a one.
The Easter Bunny of football would love to give us Buffalo, Washington.
Hey, yo, how elite would that be, bro? That would be fire. That would be football justice. Get
Philadelphia
and Buffalo. Philly and Buffalo. Give me Philly Buffalo. I want Philly Buffalo. I want a Philly Buffalo Super Bowl, bro. I'm not gonna let you speak this to existence. I want Philly and Buffalo.
Kansas City, man. That's gonna be nice.
Deke, who you got, Deke? Who you want, man?
Who do I want?
I'm going Philly and Buffalo. I want a Philly Buffalo Super Bowl. I'm telling you that today. All right, that's the one I want.
Who do I want?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care, but for the storylines, this is what I want.
All right. Talk to me.
No,
Give
the
me
storylines are dangerous.
Give me storylines to make me nervous. Oh, man.
Chiefs coming out of the AFC.
All right.
Okay.
Eagles coming out of the NFC.
I already know what this is. Never mind.
After Jalen Hurts gets banged up in this NFC Championship and Pickett has to lead the Eagles.
Oh, man.
With the win over
this
the
got
Commanders.
dark quick.
And then Hurts can't play in the Super Bowl and Pickett's got to go toe-to-toe against Mahomes in the championship.
Is that what the people want to see?
For storyline purposes, I mean,
is that what the people want?
The ratings is trash.
You don't want to see that? You don't want to see
that?
That
you even said
the ratings are bad. Oh, man.
Give me the Commanders Chiefs, man. Give me the Commanders Chiefs. Give me Jalen.
You wouldn't be interested in that? You wouldn't want to see how that plays out?
Me personally, I would love that if it was Kenny Pickett Eagles versus Bills, Josh Allen. I would be all for that. I would love to watch that one. I would definitely watch it. I would be all for that one. I would be all for that one. Yeah.
I do respect it. I'd rather see Washington in it for that. I'd rather see Bobby go back in there.
He said, "Let Bobby get a chance to right that wrong, man."
I feel like that's the people would want to see. Steeler Nation will be tuned in.
My man said, "Yo, we got Kenny Pickett coming out there for the start." I can dig it.
That's heavy. I respect it. Against Pat.
You said this is an entertainment business, right, TG?
Super Bowl? Against Pat for the Super Bowl? That's tough.
For all the marbles, for the confetti.
Man,
ooh,
that's tough. That's tough.
He's got weapons around him. He's got a competent coordinator.
Don't crash the car.
Barkley.
Can he drive that car? Can he drive that car?
That's the scene in Gladiator.
I got to see it in a short sample this year before he got hurt. That's his biggest problem. Just don't get hurt.
Yeah, but can he?
That's one. You remember the first Gladiator when all the lions attacked?
I do. Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's like that.
I already know.
Got this big guy again.
That's a lot of a lot. You sure you ready for that?
You sure?
That's the big dog on the big stage. Jay, you know what mode he in when that happens. Yeah. That can't really show up there. You be like, hey, bro, I just seen him with a half a leg run for 20 yards. Gotta have a moment where we was like, yo, is he gonna play? Is his leg all right?
When he couldn't walk.
Like, yeah, bro, that's that guy.
Walk. Go get that.
That's man. I seen him make a throw where he's parallel to the ground and it's a dot and the receiver drops it. Now, granted, it was like, yo, how did you even do that? Like, he's one of them. Yeah, that's one of them special ones.
It was 7 seconds.
That's one of them special ones.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, he one of them ones.
Out here. Yeah, you don't just call that out there.
Yeah, Lamar. You see, Lamar didn't want to deal with that. Yeah, Lamar was like, man, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go get this Cancun popping real quick, Ryan. I ain't got time for this. That's what he said. I don't fault him either. You know
Josh
what Kansas City is, man.
I think Lamar gave every effort to try to get there.
Super Bowls if it wasn't
seriously, man.
Andrew just gotta catch that 2-point conversion. Man, Lamar was trying to get there.
Everybody was out there point shaving. They was like, bro, we ain't trying to go to Kansas City, bro. Here, man. All right, I'm gonna do it in the first half. You get it in the second half. All right, but either way, bro, I ain't dealing with this, man. I like it. I ain't hating on it. I like it, man.
I want to see him go at Brady.
I've seen 13 seconds. I know what that feels like, man. Not everybody's built for 13 seconds, man. Most people don't get a chance to even get in that position. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, when you don't live that, you like, oof. But now it's time to go back. They said this is Josh's second AFC Championship appearance in like 5 years, man. It's kind of crazy, huh?
He got to see this stuff.
This is 7 in a row for Mahomes.
What is this for him?
7 in a row?
7 AFC championships in a row.
He on that LeBron arc right now, bro. That's how LeBron be on the East. It was like, was it 10 finals appearances on the road? It was like, yo, it's like,
it is respect. The AFC's tough, man.
The AFC is tough. Like, he ain't doing it in no like weak kind. Like, bro, it's the AFC. All the dudes over here. Mm-hmm. We talk who's the quarterbacks?
Yeah, for sure. AFC's tough.
I like it though, baby. I like it. All right, so next thing I got to talk to you about though, man. Obviously it didn't come to fruition, but the Chicago Bears, before hiring Ben Johnson, they reached out to officially do the trade request for Coach Tomlin. Now, obviously, we know that Coach Tomlin, the Steelers, rebutted it, man, or refuted it, sent it back, and was like, nah, man, we good on that, save your time. But what was your thoughts, though, man, when you saw that the Bears did officially reach out for a trade request for Coach Tomlin, man?
I think it's respect. I think it's understanding his value in a time where people, or one could say, he's getting a negative speech about, I think it's still like, all right, well, we know what that is. And if you feel any type way, we would like to figure something out for it, We are looking for a coach. And that's before they made the move. So I think it's respect, I think the same token is Pittsburgh telling you, like, no, we're not doing that. Like, it's nothing to talk about.
I say, I don't care which you might like him. We love him. Nah, he's ours.
It's kind of like, hey, everything cool over there? Checking in.
Now, if you were the Steelers, if you were Mr. Rooney, I mean, I know he got the trade clause and all that other stuff, but we just making this as simple as possible. If you was the guy who had say-so on that, how you playing that? You keeping him, or you would have shipped him to Chicago?
Yeah, I'm keeping him. Okay. I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm just, I mean, a lot. I side with you, but there is a divide, man. Some people were on, like, they would rather have made the move and got whatever draft compensation they could have gotten for him and just went about it that way.
Trading for picks?
Yeah. Like, that's what teams have traded for in the past for head coaches. Yeah, they trade for like a first rounder or a third rounder.
2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like, that was like the marquee package. Everything else has been like a third or a fifth or late round swaps. Like, but they trade. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy.
And then Russ would have been a Bear. Like that, you know what I mean? Like
he said, I see how this is.
I would have been fine with that.
Oh man,
you know how Deke is, man. Deke said,
I want Fields, bro.
I'm about to say, you say what you said about the quarterback situation, man.
I want Fields, man. Yeah, I don't think Russ got it like that anymore. I think we know what we're getting from Russ. We're getting something like this again next year. I think you're off. I think he's in that Kirk Cousins category. Tua category. Offense is limited. I don't think you're going to be able to get over the hump against these other AFC quarterbacks with Russ.
I can see the fresh taste with Justin Fields. I'm not going to say that because I do feel you, but I think I'm not saying like that. I think Russ is still a really good quarterback. I think he's an elite. I think he's one of those. I think he's going to price out in a sense too, where it's like, all right, we're not going to pay all that for that. Can we get this for that? And I think Justin Fields is really good. I think that this year probably made him grow a little bit more. He got to see how it flow. You got to see how it go. Like, he got that sit down year, that red shirt year. So I think he'll be really good next year if he come back. I think that team's going to be really good next year. I think this team was next year's team. Like, I think if he can bring like all them pieces, bring like the core of this back, they're going to be really good next year. Like, all the communication issues, like, they're going to grow a lot from this.
Because it's year one. Year one offensive coordinator. Year one for PQ as the big dude on defense. You know what I mean?
If they can grow this, they can keep this together. Like, that team next year is going to be really good. That's going to be the squad. Like, if he can just bring back. And I like Justin. I think Justin will be really good for it. You could let Russ go ahead and graduate. Like, he was the senior. Let Justin take over. And it's going to be a really good team. In the summer, they're going to grow. You know, he's going to get him and Pickens are going to click. I think that's going to be a connection.
I was going to ask how you feeling about Pickens because they keep saying that that's 50-50 right now about him being back.
Yeah, I think he comes back with Justin for sure.
Okay.
And they love each other. You know, that's a high school. That's I think they click. I think that's hey, calm down, bro. Don't do that.
Okay.
I think he can talk to that.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a nice connection, you know? I think all that drama, you don't see none of that. Like, I think that's the Jalen AJ connection. Like, they're going to be like that.
They got like history.
I was going to say, Pickens did some of that for Fields early in the season. He had some of that drama stuff.
You know what I mean? I think we're friends. Like, even through it all, like, we're going to stick together.
Okay.
You know? They're both from Georgia, aren't they? Georgia boys.
I was about to say I felt like they were.
Yeah.
Well, Fields initially went to Georgia.
Yeah.
You see it. So it's like I'm telling you, like, I like that. I think this team next year is going to be a really good team, though.
So you're leaning more into keeping a lot of pieces together versus switching, because a lot of people want I don't know how much you pay attention to it, but a lot of people, man, they want bigger changes. They keep asking for, I'm tired of the same thing over and over. And with your preaching, I see why you preach that, because of the experiences that we share. Right, I'm with you. But
this thing takes time.
We get looked at as like, yo, you're just sticking with the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And that's why I'm like,
I kind of always talk to people when I talk about it, and I'm like, you got to remember, like, and not to be like this, but that Ben era was a long era, and it takes a long time to rebuild that house after like an era like that at that position. You got to think it took them how many years since Shazier? It's been like 8-9 years. It's been a minute, just to get that piece really together.
And that's not even a quarterback. Yeah.
And that's not even together either.
Just we still shooting at it. Yeah.
PQ's the guy. He plays well.
Yeah.
He plays well. You're looking for.
I think he's been the best since that.
Since Shazier. But for sure.
I think everybody still is looking for that still. The Shea.
I think that's that.
I do too.
That's that.
It was year one. Man, we talked about year one green dot, what that feels like, and just what it is being a green dot, and when it's a lot that goes into it.
He had a tough day or two. He was sick. He wasn't him last game.
Yeah, but it's expectations. You know how it goes, TG. When you get the check, you know how it go, bro.
He gets to the ball at a high level. Like, he's aggressive. He can do a lot for you. He covers for you. He's in a lot of passing lanes. He's running that show. Man. Yeah, it's a lot of intangibles he's in there doing. Like, that's a good player. Like, I like him a lot. He's good. And the young boy's going to grow up. 41 is going to be a guy next year.
Wilson. Yeah.
Wilson. I just want him to stay healthy. I think he was able to stay healthy this year, but he was so limited.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's been the knock when he was coming out.
Yeah.
But he definitely was just the third, like the sub-package back, or sub-package linebacker this year. Yeah.
I thought that core played really well. It might be time to go. Like, I thought that core played really well.
He's supposed to get a Cole Holcomb coming back too.
Yeah, and he's a good player. He can run.
About to say, because that was the thing, like, we missed him all year in terms of he never came back, but we didn't feel like we needed to rush him because you had a Landon Roberts, Patrick Queen, and Peyton Wilson, and the way that the three were playing, you felt like, man, we were getting what we needed to get. But I just think when people look specifically at the money that PQ was making, I think that's why they look at the expectation. They want,
but that's just the number.
I want Turner. I'm with you.
Yeah, just the number goes up as the time goes.
This is also true, except the fact that when we're looking at that number and we're like, well, if you're accounting for this much of the pot, I can't look at Corey Trice when he comes in, or James Pierre when he comes in and say, make these plays. I got to look at the big money. I got to look at you and say, you're the guy. You see what I mean? So it's like, that's the part where it's not necessarily fair, but this is what comes with the contract.
But you can't do that, because you could say TJ and Super show up in the game.
And people are critical of TJ as well, though. They're critical of TJ. They've been critical of Minka because of that part, because of the amount that they take up in the lack of some of that splash down the stretch specifically.
But I don't think you move on without them. Like,
no. We're not saying you move on. No. We ain't saying that. They talking. You talking changing how the money is structured. Like, whether you say, you extend TJ because that frees you up more cap space to do stuff elsewhere. Those are convos. You're not cutting TJ. You're not trading Minka. You're not doing that, because you just create a bigger hole. And you got more money, but you just got a bigger hole that you got to fill now.
Never fix
that
a
ain't
problem
the case. Heck no. But in terms of the criticism, that is why people have been critical of them this all season.
You could take a couple dollars back, or you could mess with the money a little bit. You always mess with the money. You always want to get better players. Like, if you could do that, then they understand that. That's why they're done. Because they're all about winning at this point.
Because when she already hit, it's like, man, all right, we done that. Now I got to get this ring. I got to get that for the legacy.
Let's go get that. What do y'all need me to do to help us get
how do we do that? Facts.
I'm with whatever. Like, so no, they're not that. Like, and I think you do try to get you some better players. They could use another corner. I think corner wise they are all right. It's just how they play. They I think corner wise they straight. I like them too. Just staying healthy.
you know.
Now, the last show we had, man, me and Deke, he was talking about just the overall, philosophy that we have in terms of we don't do a ton of games. We don't do a ton of, pass rush stunts. It's like the whole, man, y'all the guys, man, drop you off, go win your one-on-one, right? Yeah. So talk to me though, man, because I was kind of giving them my perspective on, pros and cons to why we do it, how we do it. But how do you feel about it? You talk about it. How do you feel about it?
He line up in that load front. He be having TJ over there by himself. He create the one-on-one like that. He creates big one-on-ones for Cam over there.
One-on-one, but not games though. We saying the difference between chopping it up front,
Cam run a couple games. I seen Cam run some tees. They do that, but for what? You got these two edges.
You see how you just said for what? You catch? That's what we said.
For what? You got these two. Man, let them go.
You about to say, yeah, we game it. No, we don't. We're not a game front. We are for what front? We got these dudes.
Man, let Cam get that one-on-one. Let them two on the edge, whoever's on that edge, whether it's because all of them, they're humming on that edge. Like that edge is getting short and quick, and Cam's denting that front. But
what's your pros and cons to it though? How do you feel about the approach though, man? Like that mindset.
I mean, they could run a couple of games, but I don't really want TJ super game, and I want TJ to go. And you can cut him up a little bit though. I'm with a down around.
But that's that whole why I said it's like, yo, if you feel like that dude is that, you shouldn't have to game it.
What? Like they line up that front away. They give him that load front a lot. They did that a lot.
It's like I'm going to make this a one-on-one. I'm going to make
that one-on-one. Yeah, that's a game for them.
Yeah, but that's not a traditional game in the system like what we're accustomed to.
With some tech.
That's give me a Ned stunt, man. Give me some of that up front, man.
But he blitzes though. He blitzes sometimes. He blitzes. And he's running sim pressures a lot early in the year. Yeah. I seen TJ dropping. You remember? I was like, he drops me. So those are his games. This is
low key. That was the Baltimore approach, that simulated pressure thing. Yeah,
he was sim pressuring a lot early. Yeah. Because if you remember earlier, I was like, man, he gotta send that.
Yeah. Why you? I don't want that one backpedaling.
He gotta send that.
That don't backpedal. That needs to go forward. Yeah.
Man, you gotta send that. So it's like he run games. But that's not what that defense is built on. It don't need games. The defense is built on when you're one-on-one. Everything about how he builds people is when you're one-on-one. When you're one-on-one, he's going to do one-on-ones every day in training camp. He's going to give you
swear we do one-on-ones, bro.
He go one-on-one everything.
Go one-on-one every day. You going to get a one-on-one rep, bro.
He's all about when you're one-on-one. So if you win your one-on-one.
Compete, but it's one-on-one. Yeah.
One-on-one.
Think about it, whether you're talking blocking, coverage, and pass rush, everything is when you're one-on-one. Everything is one-on-one, bro.
Yeah, everything's one-on-one. So you do build one-on-one so much that in the game, it's time to win your one-on-one. Fire zones, his mans, his pass rush, win your one-on-one. He builds that, preaches that all. That's like he said, you might not like the ingredients. That's the ingredients.
Yeah.
It's not built for game. He's not in there working games every day. Working get-offs.
Right, because I'm like, yo, you would structure your, roster-wise, would be structured way differently if we were a game front. It would be, we need to invest in receivers, offensive talent. We invested in the secondary. We doing all this game and stuff up front. But, man, when you got the type of money that them dudes get, it's like, yo, we expect y'all to be able to just
pay you to win
whoever. Yeah.
Even Herbert, he come in there humming, win your one-on-one.
Yeah. Shout out to Herbig, man. Yeah, shout out to Herbig.
You know who's a good player in there that I think people not watching? I think he growing up quietly. He been in there a few minutes. Is that Mark Robinson?
Ooh,
I think that's sneaky.
You saw him making the plays on special teams. I see him making the team. You see him? He had a couple forced fumbles out there this year, bro. He flashes.
Shows up a lot. He been in there for a few minutes. He already was a good player before. It was like, did he understand it? Could he get it? I'm sure it's starting to click a little bit now. Remember,
you're saying he could be like James Harrison for us, late bloomer.
I'm saying he can sneaky be a guy.
Okay.
He makes a lot of plays on them teams. He show up.
When you start seeing dudes make plays on teams, you start feeling like, all right, maybe he's ready to graduate. Maybe he's ready.
Yeah.
Could he take over for Landon Roberts if we move off of Landon Roberts?
I think that's what he is.
That's tough, though.
But I think that's what he is, though.
Yeah.
Even though I think Landon was a
You catch up like that. That's a tough one. I might say just throw that out there. Yeah,
he was a guy this year. He played really well, but I think he's sneaky like that next. Like he's that. He just if he knows. I think his knock was do he know where to go?
Yeah,
you know. And I think you'll see him graduate a little bit, like because he makes a lot of plays.
Gotcha. Because I think that's what separates him from an E-Rob right now. Landon is knowing what to do.
Exactly
he knows it. Like he is super smart. You watch him when he shows up, and you say in terms of pre-snap and then how he's getting to the ball. With Mark, that's still been the question.
I remember talking about him a lot his rookie year. We wanted him to play it down the stretch because Devin Bush was so disappointing, and then he finally did.
He flashed at times.
It was 2022. Yeah, there was a couple games he had like double-digit tackles, and then the offseason happened, and he just kind of got lost in the shuffle. Didn't have the best of preseasons. And he's been forgotten about.
Yeah, past 2 years.
That's it. But he makes a lot of plays.
Yeah. Nah, shout out to Mark Robinson though, man. He definitely making his. Hey, he's sticking around. That's what they say. Buy time, right?
I like that call by TG.
Shout out to TG on that one. Until you are the starter, buy yourself time, man. How do you do that? Make plays on special teams. Wait, where can you show your valuable?
So you think we could be set at linebacker then? You got Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, top two, and then you'd have a Mark Robinson as that third guy.
And then I probably still bring something in, or actually, because Cole Holcomb is still coming back, so I would have Cole.
I think that's
because I still want something to push Mark. I don't want Mark to just feel like it's the layup. You got it, like compete for it. I don't want the layup. Nah,
that's something. And I wouldn't want to
really. I wouldn't want to just say I want to say like this is my next thing either. Though. I want to make sure that I make sure So I would definitely have, but he's a nice 3 to 4 right now. If you do that.
Like you feel good about your depth in that room.
Yeah, you feel real comfortable. If anything happened, he's ready to go, and you just keep on making sure he's ready to go. I think he's gonna be a real good player. It's about year 4 or 5 for him now.
Who Robinson?
Robinson got to be 4.
I think it's gonna be coming up on 4.
Yeah.
You
must say contract year, time to get that money. Are you gonna be a guy or are you gonna be not a guy?
He just fits really well.
Yeah. Now, with this season, though, man, because like I said, man, me and Deke, we did have this convo also. Based on offense, defense, man, who were the guy or guys that impressed you the most, man, when you're talking offense, and then the guy that impressed you the most when you're talking defense from this past season, man?
Who impressed me the most?
Yeah.
Offensively?
Who you got?
I don't know. I thought Firemouth had a real good season.
Okay.
You know, I thought Najee, to me, honestly, was probably the most impressive to me.
I know you ain't just say Naj. You said Naj?
Yeah, respectfully.
You said Naj?
Respect, because
you said Naj?
Yeah, I thought Najee stepped up. He ran really well this year. He played hard every game. He stayed healthy.
Okay.
You know, he had his difficulties, but I thought he ran hard. And he just looked better. And you can tell he's starting to get it. Like, I think he's going to be a good running back. I thought he was too big before. You know? I thought he moved really well this year. Like, he moved way better. Like, he's smoother. He found it a little bit better. I don't know if he stays here, but I don't know that they have super an answer for that either, you know? Because I didn't think he took the job. I didn't think he just super lost it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know, like I didn't think it was super like, all right, this is the Le'Veon.
He gave us another Najee year.
I would say,
Najee
gave
the
you
same
Najee.
Conversation with Najee the last 3 seasons, ever since his rookie year.
But I don't think 1,000 is crazy anymore either. I did have that talk.
We say Troy Aikman said on the broadcast a couple weeks ago.
You know, we say that a lot. We say it a lot. We definitely say it a lot. It's just,
but a lot of people don't do it.
So it's like I just don't know. How does that work then?
I don't think 1,000, because when you do look at numbers, like 1,000 isn't crazy, but it is hard to get. But if you're the consistent back, if you're the bell cow, you should get 1,000.
Yeah. But isn't part of being the bell cow being able to consistently give me that versus hey, I'm a bell cow because I'm capable of this, but I'm never available to all the way do it, which
I think
we see a lot of that position.
Ability is availability.
I would agree.
You know that.
I think Najee's numbers and just what he's giving you production-wise I think it goes hand in hand with having a second back with them as opposed to like real bell cow. That's Le'Veon Bell, Saquon Barkley. They're giving you the 1,500 yard, way more efficiency, way more do it all.
Yeah.
But more explosive offenses as well, though. When you're talking L. Bell, you got Ben and AB. You talk Saquon, you got A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Devonta Smith. We know what Najee's had while he's been here, man.
Yeah, I get it.
What?
I get it. But, I mean, even Barkley with the Giants.
But I think he makes it feel like that, though.
Okay. I can see that.
I think it is. I think it's part of that, too. Yeah, right,
like,
right.
He makes it feel like that.
Like Saquon with the Giants, you can still see him doing explosive things.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still got explosive.
Yeah, and Saquon's the outlier. We're not saying Najee's better than Saquon or Najee's better than Derrick Henry. But after that, it's kind of like,
but even
what are we going to look at and say certain things about certain people? You know what I mean? Like, we'll be like, all right, we like this guy because he had these two really, really elite seasons. But then we're going to also look and be like, yeah, he had some duds as well. I don't think Najee's had the elite, but he's never had the dud either.
Right, but either way, like, are you going forward, would you want to be giving Najee 300, 350 carries like you are with Saquon or like a Derrick Henry?
I think that's a question. Yeah.
I don't think his style would do well with. I mean, I think he could probably stay healthy. It's just that as an offense, you need more. You need more spark. You need more looseness, dynamic playmaking out of your running back as a whole.
What you got?
How do I rate that?
Yeah, how you feel about that?
But just the Najee part?
Yeah.
I think Najee offenses feel tight because Najee is a tight runner. I think Derrick Henry offenses feel tight, but he's explosive out of it.
Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think
he's a home run threat between the tackles.
Yeah, he's a home run threat between the tackles.
Saquon is sideline to sideline because he can hit it anywhere and still home run threat it. Yeah, whereas Najee's like,
I don't think Najee's like a bad step would kill you. Like,
it doesn't. We've already seen that. Yeah. Bad step with him is you get 20-yard gain.
Yeah, good run. Yeah, and I mean, is there anything? There's some running backs coming out this year.
I told you, it's a big class. Yeah, good class.
It's a big class coming out this year. You can't get a nice little running back. I think they draft one.
They should draft two. I think you move off of Patterson, too.
My question is,
you've been wanting to move off of Patterson for a while,
sure.
right?
But this is the
I
thing,
think
though,
they
TG.
for sure get that 84 off of him.
But this is my only question, though, TG. Because when we talk about replacing running backs, we throw it out casually like we're going to go get this replacement to Najee or the production in the 5th, 6th, 7th. I do not agree with that. I think it has to be first, second, or third to go get something like that. How do you? Yeah, but to say like,
I think you get it in the 3rd or 4th though.
Okay.
I think you get something nice in that 3rd, man. You get exactly what you're looking for in that 3rd.
And you're pairing that with Jalen, and we're bringing something else, or what's your thought process with that?
I'm bringing in a couple.
Because I was like, I feel like we light, man. I don't like that all the way, bro.
I don't love that neither. I think you bring something else in.
I'm like, if you invested in Najee for a reason, that was the first round.
I think you go see how Fournette feeling, man. Is he healthy?
Hey, yo, you gotta stop this, bro.
I think you're bringing in. I think you bring in a band of Canada as that third guy.
You're not calling up playoff Lenny no more, man.
You gonna call playoff Lenny?
No, man. Them days is done, man.
Oh man, you go get playoff Lenny. No,
I think Lenny.
You just brought in Cordell.
Lenny, go start that podcast up, Lenny, man. Go get you a podcast, man. You know what time it is, man.
Cordell in here, bro.
Hey, man. You know what time it is, man. It's podcast time, man. Come on, bro. Hey, go get you a couch. Go get you some lighting, man. Get you one of them cool little mics. I know you got the big bag, so yeah, man. Get your little setup right, man.
So if you don't get playoff Lenny, you gotta go get something heavy. You know?
Why you want something heavy? I don't like any of that.
Because you draft something light.
Okay.
You draft.
You want to get Genty? Who you going to get?
You might not can't get Genty though.
How you think that's going?
I don't even want him.
That's going on.
You can't be fumbling in the playoffs like that.
You want something like kind of, dare I say it, scatty. You know?
So
I can get in there.
We losing all the physical approach is what you sounding like.
You just gotta open.
We going speed, yeah. We trying to get fast. That's what it sound like.
You want something to get in and get out.
Yeah.
That boy Mitchell on the Ravens type. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
They get in and get out.
Okay.
ETN, a slasher type.
Man, ETN's a first rounder. We don't bring up these first rounders, man, because we bring up Saquon. That's a one. That's a first rounder. Right. You feel me?
That boy, Kylo Brand in Seattle. He went to UCLA.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
He's tough. He get in, he get out. He's tough. He got him in the third.
Okay. You know? You like that better than Kenneth Walker?
I like that. That's a big bag. Kenneth Walker's just a horse. Kenneth Walker's like step in front of that. He's a problem. Kenneth Walker's been nice for a long time.
I know. That's why I was asking. Yeah.
Kenneth Walker's a guy.
Because I feel like when we start bringing up running backs, it's like we're going to all revert to a lot of these dudes being first round or high pedigree dudes.
Because those are the ones you've seen. But there's some backs in there.
All right.
Dare I say it, that boy out of Pitt was really good.
He was a
third round back. Yeah, he was really good though.
Fifth round.
Slashy.
Yeah. Should have been third
round.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I bring in. Bring him in as your third guy.
Okay.
And then draft.
But we're not talking about. Yeah, but we're not talking about replacing the third guy. We saying replacing Naj. Naj's the lead guy. Well, yeah, that's the front man.
You draft a guy in the third round this year.
You draft one.
I just don't feel like y'all are putting enough resources back in the pot that y'all are pulling from. Like, I feel like y'all are taking a lot out of this.
I don't think.
And y'all like cutting corners, refilling it. And we're going to get here in about 6 weeks of the season and be like, yo, our running game is not what we think it was.
I mean, Jaylen Warren was an undrafted free agent.
Yeah. And we said that Jaylen Warren still hasn't. Rounder? And we're saying Jaylen still hasn't completely surpassed Najee. Think about, we're saying that.
He just hasn't got the same amount of work. Now, is there a reason for that? And that's why we're talking about bringing in a compliment for Jaylen Warren.
That's all I'm saying. So it's like clearly we got him in free agents. Like that still works. It's like clearly it did it because we're still saying that we want to add to that because that couldn't surpass it when we've been saying for the past 2 to 3 years that, we need more 30, but it could not surpass it.
I mean, again, depending on what you're looking at, definitely from an efficiency standpoint. Yeah, surpassing it, I don't know. I don't know how you want to look at it. I feel like if we have the choice between Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren this offseason, we're going to go with Jaylen Warren because he brings something to the table that is way harder to replace.
Well, and he's a lot cheaper, too. Let's not overlook that part. Because if they're deciding between Jaylen for he's exclusive rights, so he doesn't even get, or he's a restricted free agent, so he's screwed anyways. Yeah, I can give you a tender, whatever round, and I think I control your labor on that.
But I think that goes hand in hand in the conversation we're having as to why we would move off Najee. We're not bringing back Najee for $3 or $4 million.
Yeah,
we're talking about him, 10, 11 million.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's just too much for what Najee gives you. Given that we do have a Jaylen Warren already in house, and he's getting how many? What percent of the snaps already?
I mean, all that sounds well and good. I just still look at overall, like, has he surpassed it? Is it clear cut the way that people kept saying it was going to be? Like we kept wanting what? It's like no, and every time we would want it to, something would come up. Whether it was availability, whether it was ball security, it was like you just something always, to where it was never a definitive. That is the guy, and we could see the shift in usage. We could see a shift in mentality. We could see a shift in, heck, even the depth chart. Like, we just never got there. That's all I'm saying. So this thought process that anything and it's just already there, and I'm like, well, y'all telling me this, but y'all can't, show me where it is that.
Well, I mean, you know what you're getting out of Jaylen to begin with. So
yeah, shout out. I mean, I'm a big fan of 30.
You know what you're getting right there. I mean, could we draft a guy in the third round and have him give us Najee's production at least?
I think that's the question.
If we give him doesn't amount of snaps, doesn't amount of carries, I think for sure. Because to TG's point, it's like 1,000-yard things, it's cool, but I mean that's like 50, 60 yards a game. If you're giving one of these third round running backs that amount of work, that amount of snaps, that amount of carries,
and their body falls apart.
If they're just competent, man, you should be able to do that.
If they are. But yet and still, we still say the same thing.
That's with anyone.
I'm with you, bro.
Literally anyone. Yeah. But I've seen so many times running backs in the mid rounds, late rounds be awesome running backs in this league.
but none of them has done what Najee has done.
Well, they haven't had the chance yet.
You see, but that's the part that's funny to me. It's like for this to be just such the most routine, anything, anybody is like, and all these other great, and all these other good, and all these other just anybody could do. It's like y'all keep telling me this, but yet and still, it still isn't that, and we don't have that answer. Why?
Well, we drafted Najee and gave him 4 years. I mean, that's why. We'll see. We'll see this year.
We'll see, man. We definitely will. Heck yeah, man. I like it. All right, TG. Well, before we get up out here with you, man, let me think. Do I want to have a final one? I don't know. What you got, Deke? Got anything from on end?
Nah, nothing.
I like it. TG, what you got on your end, man, before we get up out of here, man?
Man, stay warm, man.
Hey, it.
State, man. It's been a good year for that Ohio region, man. They've been winning everything, to be honest with you. Like,
he said, "The boys feeling strong over there, man."
They won all the championships. They won the D2. They won like the D3. They won.
Brian won the Olympics. Come on, man. You know they feeling good about Ohio right now, man. Hey.
You know, Ohio Staters, man. Feeling good.
Respect. Hey, man. I see down in Norfolk State though, y'all getting some recruits getting in there. Y'all see the commits coming in. Shout out to y'all.
Here we go.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Day and time, man.
Let's go.
So, yeah, exciting times, man.
I like it, man. I like it, baby. We'll shoot, man. You get them boys right down there. Keep building up that roster. And, we'll spin the block and do a switch again next week, man.
Nice.
My dog, man. Appreciate you as always, though.
Peace, bro.
All righty. Shout out to the one and only TG right there, man. Spending some time with us. If y'all was digging the convo, hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. All righty. So should just be supers between these ones and then the leftover ones from the last one. And then we should be all the way good.
Yeah. King Whooper. Staying on topic, Moats, what's your opinion on who you want to start and what they need to get further in the playoffs? Also, will they need a different running back?
Man, what's my opinion on who? Man, I gotta hear that again. Jeez. All right. So who I want to start, I'm assuming that's at quarterback, though, right? In terms of who I want to start, because he didn't really specify the
starters.
Position. Yeah, but to advance further into the playoffs, and also, do we need a different running back? Honestly, I don't feel like we need a different running back, but I'm open to a different running back, and I think that's I am with it. I'm not married to the position. I just don't want to minimize what Najee has done, as this is anybody can do it, and that's why you keep hearing me kind of emphasize that with the questioning, whether it's to Deke or to TG or anybody that tries to minimize it. I think if you're going to move on from him. But we didn't move on from James Conner with a run-of-the-mill running back. We went to the first round and got a guy. So when I'm looking at Najee and I'm saying I want to get more production, I want to get more explosive, I want to get better, I just feel like I got to invest in that more so if I'm going to do that. In terms of starting, though, at quarterback, obviously, I told you I felt about it, man. I like Russ, but if Russ is going to price himself out, well, yeah, Fields makes a ton of sense because of the familiarity, because of the fact he's already been here, and you already saw him play really well in the first 6 games. So you have a certain level of confidence with him, and now you're just banking on him continuing to develop. And I think that's the big part. It's not going to always be about what we feel right now or how it might start, because we know with both of those guys how they started. But at the same time, it's going to be how does he continue to progress throughout the middle of the season? How does he continue to progress towards the end of the season? So I'm open to that. And I think that could definitely work. But regardless of if it's Fields, if it's Russ, or if it's other in terms of quarterback, I think the one thing you for certain still have to do is upgrade that talent on offense, specifically in that wide receiver room. I think you have to get a bona fide wide receiver one. I'm going to stand on that. I think that is also with whatever you do at running back. I think you upgrade that if you want to. If you want to run it back with Najee and it's cheaper in terms of you don't pay it the full 10, you get it for 7, 8. I think that can also work with Jalen. You still bring in a different dude as your third running back that might have a little bit more of that speed variety. But to me, man, I think you still got to get you a piece out there, wide receiver, man. I think that could still open up this offense a lot. And that, to me, gets me more production, more success come postseason. But it all is still going to come back down to quarterback play. All the games this weekend, they showed that, man. The games before that, they showed that. This last month of the season, you look at the quarterback play, man. We know how significant it matters and how much it impacts the team, and we saw how it impacted us, and that's just my thing, man. So if we can't get that surefire talent at that spot, then I think you just get as much talent around it and pray that thing develops and doesn't make the mistakes. And from there, man, you let the chips fall where they may. But that's how I would approach it.
Grant Patterson, Moats, who's the real big state, VSU or NSU?
Man, it's not even a debate. It's definitely NSU. But shout out to Virginia State, though, man. I got love for Virginia State, man. They a vibe for certain. But for me, man, yeah, I think, man, Norfolk State was like 15 minutes from the crib, baby. Like, yeah, man, I spent too much time over there in that green and gold, man. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely rocking with NSU on that one, baby.
Let's go, UW. 7 on his pod said he would trade GP this offseason.
Did he? I didn't see it. Didn't he give any context as to why, though?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see the comments.
Yeah.
So we would just be going off of what
Gotcha.
Let's go, UW said. It's an option.
What would you do?
Man. I don't have a hard stance on it either way.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. If you could replace Pickens with, I don't even know if one of the, you're not going to get the same level of talent in any of these first round receivers, I don't think. I was going to say if you could replace Pickens with one of these first round receivers and also get a T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, someone like that, then maybe you're good. But maybe I'd rather just have Pickens with a T. Higgins. You would have to replace Pickens in a legit way, and to your point and what you've been saying, I want another receiver in here too.
Yeah, because I think if you move on from GP, man, you're going to create another big hole. I don't want to create another hole, another issue.
I don't think we're getting a first rounder for him.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think we would either. I think the thing with GP right now, stock isn't the highest due to some of the off-field stuff and because you're going to have a contract looming. And before you want to commit all that money, you want to know that you know this guy and that you trust this guy to not just be productive on the field, but also be mature and, make good decisions in terms of being in the locker room and obviously away from the locker room as well. We haven't really had a ton of away from the locker room stuff with him, but we do know we've seen, him not show the best judgment or the best maturity in some of these situations. So I think a lot of that is at play in terms of why I also don't think that he would be, getting a first round pick in return if we were to move on from him. What do you think the conversation would be? Because you still would have to pay him.
I literally have no clue.
Yeah. I feel like he's a first round talent. I feel like a second round would be more realistic, but
wide receiver for wide receiver trade. Maybe Pickens for Garrett Wilson
in a late pick swap. Can we
might
swap?
Yeah, we would maybe have to throw in a pick or something. But
I was saying it for us because. Well, actually, never mind.
No, we're gonna.
We'd have to.
I'm sorry. I think Pickens is more talented than Wilson.
I was trying, bro.
We're gonna have to throw something in for that.
I was like, yeah, man, it's got apples, bro. It's got like what? Maybe not so much.
But if we roll with Fields, Garrett Wilson has that connection to him going back to Ohio State.
This is true.
And you still have room to sign a T. Higgins. You still have room to draft a receiver as well. I would like something like that.
Yeah. Like, I'm open to that, man. But would the Jets be open to that is the question. Are they in dumpster fire mode?
Yeah, I don't know where they're at.
Yeah. Do you want to pay Garrett? Yeah, because you might not want to pay Garrett. You might want to just go in a different direction altogether.
He might want out, too.
That also is true.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. We haven't heard from him directly, but they're saying if Rodgers comes back, and maybe even if Rodgers doesn't come back, he's looking for a new spot. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some rumors.
He's on the Devontae Adams arc then. Remember, that was how Devontae, he was like, man, I'm tired of dealing with this one, man. I'm just ready to get up out of here, man. So.
Juice Bellamy says, feels good to be a champ. Go Buckeyes.
Hey, OH. That's what they say. You seen Brown out there. He was throwing that thing up. Well, I said, all right.
What are his other colleges? What are his other schools?
I was say, hey, man, don't do Brown like that, bro. Brown's Ohio State guy, man. Just let my dog live,
I've seen him pop up a lot of different places.
Let my dog live. He's Ohio State guy, bro.
Kentucky?
That's Drake. Drake is Kentucky. Don't be mixing up my dude like that, man. All right? Yeah. Drake's Kentucky or whoever else is like winning at the time. Brown's Ohio State, man.
I think you're right.
It's a Buckeye.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think he's been pretty committed there.
Yeah.
Although
he got some loyalty, man. Don't act like he ain't got no loyalty, man.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other college teams. Yeah. He's kind of got multiple NFL teams. I've seen him multiple MLB
he'll do
teams.
That. Yeah, he'll definitely do
Yankees,
that.
Indians.
Yeah, he'll do that. Dodgers.
Yeah. He did Dodgers too.
Yeah, he do
now
some
he's out in LA.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Browns
heavily, but partly him from Akron. So I'm like, I get that, but
pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
I
think you're right. Ohio State might just be his only college.
I think that's his squad. Maybe it's the Ohio thing because he's even said it on multiple times. If he would have went to college, he would have went to Ohio State. That's what he keeps saying. Like that would have been his school.
Chris, I saw a report that said the Steelers scouts view Jalen Milroe as a first rounder. Do you think the Steelers reach for him? Fields on a 2-year deal, and then Milroe.
Ooh, I don't hate that concept. I just think that you're taking two swings, like two big swings at the same time with Milroe and Fields. I would prefer Fields be that guy, and then I have, I don't know, just like either something a little bit more proven behind it. Not the Kyle Allen approach, but like something more of like that versus like Milroe, who's another, like this could be another wild card on top of Justin
Mason.
Fields, which could be a wild card. I mean, honestly, like, I don't look at him like that's my first option, but something in that caliber or that like direction, yeah.
I'd sound like a Daniel Jones as our backup.
Yeah, it just depends on what's his market.
Yeah.
Because he was chilling up in Minnesota for the past couple, for the end of the season and stuff. But he was getting 41 million was what he was making out in New York. So to go to backup money, just, we'll see what that looked like.
Oh, he's going to have to.
No, but I'm saying, like, what does that look? And Deke, I know from your perspective, you say he's going to have to, but there aren't just 32 quarterbacks walking around that are washing Daniel Jones, Deke. I know you don't feel like that. Daniel Jones is going to be better than...
Yeah, but the Panthers aren't bringing in Daniel Jones.
And I'm with you on that as well.
Young. It's all about where you're at as a franchise.
I'm with you on that as well.
I'm with you
on that as well. But supply and demand still matters. That's all.
He's just not getting the big check. I mean, he might get like a Sam Darnold, like a $10 million deal or something like that.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, that's not a regular, like, dude that we ain't paying Kyle Allen $10 million. We ain't paying Mason. We ain't paying him $10 million to be the backup. You see what I mean? Like, but that's going to be his market more than likely.
Yeah. King Herc, OHIO, Will Howard to the Steelers.
Ooh.
He's calling him Baby Josh.
Now y'all doing a lot. I ain't see that at all. I don't know why y'all want to play like that. I thought it was kind of like he was big.
Yeah, he's Josh Allen light. He's not as good as Josh. Not as dynamic as Josh, but you could see the play style similarities.
Yeah, I was thinking 7. They all in the same family because they say Josh is a little bit in terms of how he play. That's what I see. When I see Will, I'm like, yo, he give me more of that. Because I think with Josh gives me more of like, I think a more dynamic runner. But I think Will, I don't know, it gave me just more of that flair.
Again, just going back to what we were talking about with him, why wouldn't he go first round then?
That's why man, how many times when he came in here since that game, I'm like, hey, bro, what's up with this one?
What is wrong with him?
I don't know, because that's to me, I'm like, yo, he gave me that vibe. Yeah. I'm like, I saw that when I seen him. Like,
think of all the, I brought up the J.J. McCarthy example from last year, but think of all the bum quarterbacks that have been drafted.
All right, yeah.
EJ Manuel, like Christian Ponder.
Hey, time out. Why you guys shoot at EJ first, bro? That's come on, bro. That's crazy.
Say
all the bum quarterbacks, all these bum quarterbacks. Deke, you could have said Jamarcus Russell first if you wanted to. You want to say EJ Manuel? Dang, bro.
He had a cannon for an arm. I get why they took a chance on him. He had a cannon for an arm. Like Teddy Bridgewater getting drafted in the first.
Jake Locker. Two gloves are still playing right now too.
I know, but as a first round quarterback, I think it was he like the 15th pick?
Yeah.
My God,
it happens,
and,
man.
And Will Howard can't be a first round pick. Like of all these names that I'm listing off,
that's real, man.
Who else snuck into the first round? Brady Quinn. I know he was legit in college, but like again, just as a prospect, if he's getting drafted first round. Brandon Wheaton got drafted in the first round.
He was 28. That was the super senior, man. I forgot about Wheaton. Dang, God, yeah.
How was Will Howard? Dude, Christian Ponder's the one. Like him and EJ Manuel. Those are those two Florida State quarterbacks. How they got drafted in the first round was unbelievable.
They said, yo, Florida State had Chris Weekey, so these two guys got to be the next one. Yeah, go get him. I was like, no, that ain't it. But
I'm just asking questions.
Stop shooting at my dog EJ, man. Dang, man, you shooting my dog this morning, man. Leave my dog alone. Let my dog live, man. Let my dog live.
If these guys are going first round.
The chat said you forgot a quarterback too, bro. You forgot what? You saw one guy sneaking to the first round, man. They were just saying it might have been another guy most recently. You know what I mean?
If anything, he fell in the draft.
Y'all are funny, man.
Tell me a guy that threw for
y'all are funny.
47 touchdowns his senior year wasn't deserving of a first round pick. Heisman finalist, snubbed at the Heisman. In fact, that's not deserving of a first round pick.
Get him right, Deke.
Elevated the program to their best season in 40 years.
Got him right, man. Yeah, man.
Championship.
They ain't looked that good since Dan Marino was out there, man. Come on, bro. Yeah.
Tom Jade says Johnny Football. Johnny Football was worth a first round.
No, Johnny flyer. Was that dude coming out, bro.
Yeah, you got to take a chance.
Johnny was Football. That dude. That was electricity, man.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he went number one overall.
Seriously.
He's one of those dudes. You
absolutely. You got to take it. I feel like, man, whether you're talking Johnny Football or even Baker, like both of them dudes coming out, it was like, you're taking this guy. Got to.
All right, let's go. UW says, y'all said the same things about Najee as you did Connor. Look at him in AZ.
No, that's my whole thing, man. And the difference was this, though. With Connor, we replaced him with a first-round running back. And that's why we don't look at James out in Arizona and say, man, I wish we could have had that still. Like, we love James. Like, James, that's the dude. Like, man, you know how I feel about Connor. But to me, man, we upgraded the position with upgraded resources in it. We weren't trying to replace Connor with a third round back. I think that's a slap in the face to them dudes' talent, those dudes' production. And that's why I keep saying what I keep saying, man. Like, man.
Connor was a third round back.
He was. Yeah. And we upgraded from him with a first round back.
Fourth round back? Was it third or fourth?
It was third. I want to say it was third, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I disagree. I don't think we were saying the same things about James Conner. He just couldn't stay healthy. I think that
matters, though.
I think he was more dynamic than Najee whenever he was out there. Like I'm not having the same complaints about Conner when he was actually playing. Of like, man, it just seems like the offense could be a little bit dull at times with him. He's not as much of a home run threat. He literally couldn't stay healthy, and it was one of those things. I don't think it was a good fit anymore.
But the good fit part was due to the fact that he was not healthy enough to ever be out there for us.
So but that goes back to his point. I didn't. Yeah. So I'm not saying that about Najee. I don't think we're saying the same things between these two running backs. Like Conner, it was just a health thing. Najee's always healthy, but I don't think Najee's as good of a running back when he is healthy compared to Conner. But availability does count for something, and I think the James Conner stuff just ran its course. But
Connor's been able to stay healthy out in AZ, man. And he's killing it out there,
and
bro.
That's what we talked about. Like if you had to take the last 3-4 years between Conner and Najee, we would take Conner. He's
at least from afar, we would, Like we're not watching every Cardinals game to know every apples to apples, but it's like, from afar it does look dope. He has a Pro Bowl out there too.
Yeah, he's
second contract, nice everything. Yeah, seriously, man.
Double-digit touchdown seasons. Good for him. Yeah.
Just gotta stay healthy. That's what it comes down to, man.
Right. He was able to stay healthy out there. I don't know if it's the Arizona air, what changed for him, but
my man said the Arizona air got my man right out there. He living good, man. Hey, waking up seeing that sun, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Are you good, man? Come on, baby.
Benny Guavo, I never want to see anybody wear 84 again.
Oh, he got the TG approach. I ain't gonna lie, I do feel that energy. It feels weird seeing the 84 without being 84. But I'm still biased because, yeah, we was there with 84.
It's not as much the fact for me that Cordell Patterson isn't doing AB type of stuff. It's just he ain't doing anything, point blank, period.
See, I don't even look at Cordell like that.
If he was doing something, then it's like, okay, yeah.
But it's AB. I'm like, man, you know what that boy did
Cordell
here?
Patterson, that's his number.
You know what AB did here, man?
He ain't doing anything. So it's not even about the number for me. We just got to move on from him.
Yeah.
I'm too saucy for you. Trade Najee. Fire TA. We needed a defensive guru, and we let 30 show out.
Okay, I like that. Especially if 30 is healthy, man. We know what 30 is capable of. And defensive guru, I mean, you know how I feel about that. But shout out to it. I don't hate the approach though. I definitely don't hate the approach.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I just don't hate the approach though.
Unfortunately, it's not happening. That's one part of the plan that I'm trying to suggest to the Steelers that I don't think they're gonna listen to.
Yeah, that's definitely why I lean more of the TG with that. Like, I like continuity. I like, let's get confident. Let's get more locked into what we know versus, all right, let's start it over again. All right, let's start trying to figure it out, learn all the ins and outs of it, and, pray that everybody gets on the same page and you're doing it to the highest level. But I've been the dude that's been in 4 defenses in 4 different years, and then I've been the one that was in pretty much the same defense for 4 years. Would much rather be in the same defense for the 4 years versus the constant changing, the constant learning, the ins and outs of a new defense, and then praying that the guy next to me knows it to the same level that I know it, and then so forth and so forth.
The one thing about us, like if we made that change, it wouldn't be constant change. Like we've had TA as the coordinator for how many years here? 3 years.
I was specifically talking about Patrick Queen though, because it was like, you were just in a totally different defense a year ago in Baltimore. Now you come here, we still feel like you played well, but it's like, you want more, you want to feel more confident, man. But we got to keep switching it. Let them lock in. That's kind of look at it.
Horror on the rocks. Thoughts on this plan? Trade Pickens for a second, sign Tyler Boyd and Godwin for vet leadership and depth. Pick a receiver in the first if one is available.
I don't hate that.
Not
you don't like the receivers. That's the problem.
I wouldn't be opposed.
You like the receivers, bro.
He's playing awesome until he got he
just keep getting hurt. He got bad injuries, bro. Awesome, yeah, but he'll have like bad ones, man.
I don't think he had Achilles. I don't know what it was. It might have been an ankle. Oh yeah, it was bad.
It was the
right?
it was
they
the compound.
Yeah,
it was a compound joint. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
No. Because I want to say him and Godwin got hurt same game, but Godwin was able to come back later on in the season.
Evans, you're talking about Evans?
All right, yeah, Evans. Excuse me, that one. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Godwin though. Still, trade Pickens for a second, sign Boyd, pick a receiver. Yeah, I'm not signing Boyd.
He said he had his chance. Said you had your opportunity.
Would you rather just take another year chance on Pickens than side Godwin?
I'd
probably just do that.
See, I want Godwin
unless you just think it's
him.
too far gone. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes
and
what Pickens' energy is with the organization and all that. If it's too far gone, then trade Pickens.
How do you feel when you see those reports though? When they're saying it's literally 50-50? Where they're saying like about him being traded or not?
I don't blame the reports. I don't blame that for being the case.
Yeah.
I'd be open for a Pickens trade. If the offer's good enough, why not?
Yeah. Like, is it really like to that point with him now? Like officially? Because I know we've talked about it before in the past, right? We said, was that a year ago, the Bengals time frame? We're like, man, is this that time where we're officially moving on from him? Or is it man, he just needs more time to kind of figure it out, man. He's still young, got maturity stuff, like spotlight and everything like that, you know?
Extra time. He got that extra year.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was better. I thought he was better as a teammate this year. Worse with the media. Either way, it's more of the same picking stuff. Kind of, it's that stuff still popping up.
Yeah.
The route running, the being
Discipline.
More of a me first guy versus a team first guy. Yeah. I think you got another year of that, and you're more open to moving off him than ever. Because you can make that excuse a little bit easier after year 2 or in the midst of year 2. Now it's year 3, and it just starts to get real because between year 3, year 4, Pickens is going to be looking for this contract extension. He's up for that. So if you're not giving him an extension, might as well get some value for him. I think maybe that's even why it's more real now too, just from a business standpoint as well.
Yeah, because I think prior to this season, the contract element wasn't as prevalent. Whereas now when you're throwing in that money, we're like, bro, receivers are getting paid, man. And he is definitely one of the receivers that is going to be wanting to be one of the more paid guys. I don't think it's highest paid or even top 5 at the position, but I think that he's going to want to be compensated nicely, and most players do. And for him, he does have a lot of production to stand on it. But for us, it's less about the production right now, more about just where we are with him as like, which direction do we want to continue to go in? Because once you give him that contract, now you're putting the ring on it essentially. And you're saying, yeah, we're committed to you, right, wrong, or indifferent. Let's make this thing work. And if that isn't the right guy, you could set yourself back for a little while, which we've already seen at times, whether it's you making the wrong draft pick or you just signing the wrong dude. Like, the more you invest in that position, the more onus it is on, Omar Khan and Coach T to get it right.
I don't have a strong opinion on what to do with Pickens right now. Yeah. I'm open to trading him, though, if it's the right price. Yeah. And we're able to replace him properly and also load up the receiver room, just point blank period, whether Pickens is here or not.
Yeah.
Chris, bring back Steeler legend Morgan Burnett. Hell no.
You say Steeler. Shout out to Morgan. Morgan would say, man, look, y'all trying to play me as a dime linebacker. I'm not doing this. I did not sign up for this. I play safety. I'm going to holler at y'all. That was when we, was that when we ended up getting Evans, right? That was around that time frame.
Probably.
Yeah, because Morgan, I remember, because he was there with Mark Barron. That was that time frame, but that was definitely his grievance with the arrangement. He was like, you play me in the box too much. I don't do that. Like, I don't know where he went after that, though. Man. Happens fast, though, man.
Yeah, that's the last super of the day.
All right, cool. So we caught up with all those. Now, can we finish up officially the ones from the other day? I think we only got like a handful left, right, Deke? It can't be too much left.
Not a handful, probably like 20. We could do a couple.
Yeah,
I don't know how much time you got.
So, hard 20 stop.
Okay.
Because it's extra chilly outside, Deke. Hard 20 stop.
Rico from the Force says, we have to get back to drafting BPA and not by need, like the Eagles and 49ers. Draft, make our roster. No, he's saying like the Eagles and 49ers draft, how they draft. Make our roster so stacked that the quarterback play is minimized. If Tyler Warren is on the board, draft him.
Okay.
That's the tight end.
Yeah. I like that approach, but Philly still does have the quarterback. Let's not act like they don't have that piece still.
It's funny because they drafted Hurts when they didn't need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Presumably, they still had Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
They really do
But
BPA,
they took Hurts in the second. He was a second runner, right?
They didn't need Jalen Carter. And they just drafted him.
Yeah, they drafted Jalen Carter after Jordan Davis. Yeah.
Not a bad approach, I guess.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they got a lot of talented pieces. I think we take a similar approach, but at the same time, we've just had more bigger needs. Because of their ability to not have to chase quarterback, it frees you up to do BPA in the true sense. Whereas when you're still chasing that position, the quarterback spot, you constantly have to consider it. Because until you get that guy, kind of like what we talked about the theme this offseason, is like, man, if you don't have the quarterback, what are you actually like? What is your true ceiling? And yeah, for the teams that have that guy, it's just less pressure on you. You can really just go and say, man, I want this guy here. I want to get that guy. I think this guy's a good, talented player.
Bills did it with Kincaid.
Yeah, absolutely.
He already had Knox.
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like a huge reason to do that.
Yeah.
Greg Yeager, Minka is an $18 million safety valve.
I mean, he plays the safety position. I mean, everybody minimizes safety valves until that safety valve ain't there. And then you're like, hold on now, bro. Where's that safety valve at again? So, I mean, that's what a Minka Fitzpatrick costs you. Yeah. We might not all the way like how it feels at times, but let's just not act like we don't want Minka. I ain't going there with you now.
AJ Martinez says TJ Pickens, Minka, Najee to KC. 6 years undefeated. I would, if you're trying to say you'd trade those guys for Mahomes, yes, I'd do it. I'd trade the whole team for Mahomes.
I was going to say the Chiefs aren't doing that. Chiefs going to be like,
what would it actually take
appreciate
for
you,
the Chiefs
Click.
to trade Mahomes?
About 5 first-round picks.
I don't think they'd do it.
I don't either. That's why I said about 5 first-round picks.
I don't even know if someone's full roster would do it.
Because you feel like with quarterback, I can rebuild. I can rebuild all these other pieces. I just have to have that piece. I can rebuild the rest of it. And he's young enough. I can waste 2 years out of that.
Mahomes, you're going to be able to sign some free agents.
All right. People are going to want to come to play with us.
Yeah. Your draft picks.
Yep.
It'd probably be full roster and draft picks.
Yeah. And some cash. Throw some cash on the end of that thing too, man. It's Mahomes. We've seen with this roster that he has right now in Kansas City. We take him off and put whoever quarterback out there. We don't feel as good about their situation, bro. But because of Mahomes, we all in here like, they got to be the favorites this week again. Yep.
Yeah, what would it take? I don't know if there is a price.
Is there a quarterback that Kansas City would be willing to swap Mahomes with?
Oh, absolutely.
You catch what I'm saying?
I think it's any of those top 5 or 6. If they're getting enough compensation back, like say Ravens are trading Lamar and X amount of first-round picks, I feel like the Chiefs would do that.
Okay.
Herbert, X amount of first-round picks.
Got you. But you would have to send that quarterback and picks.
Yeah, something. Give him something.
Mahomes is still that heavily the A side is what I'm like kind of getting at with this thing.
Yeah.
Like as much as I feel about Josh or even Lamar or even Burrow, it's like, are we like? I still feel like
the Bills are doing that though. I don't think like the Bengals are trading Burrow for Mahomes.
I would agree.
Like,
I don't think Baltimore trades Lamar. Yeah, I think everybody has their guy. Like with those teams, they have their guy, and they've had success with those guys as well. So it's warranted.
Okay, we got. I probably would trade the whole Steelers roster for Mahomes, though.
He said nobody's off limits, man.
I don't know how many draft classes would have to be included, too, but I would do that at this point. AJ Martinez says, we don't know putting a round peg in a square hole. Not sure what he's referring to.
I don't know.
This was last Thursday, so could be anything.
We just catch it up on it. It's AJ.
He also says, I truly believe it's game management. It's a huge problem.
Okay. Oh, game management in the sense maybe the style that we are implementing. More defensive, slow, close to the vest.
Yeah, whatever the game plan has been, hasn't been successful in the last 5 games, that's for sure. Greg Yeager, what has Najee's 1,000-yard seasons done for us?
I mean, there's multiple things we could ask about that. When we say what is Jaylen Warren's overall, like the optimism surrounding why he can be number 1, what has that done for us, right? The optimism that we have that GP can be number 1 because he's flirted with 1,000 yards receiving. What has that done for us? I mean, if we were going to do that, we can do that with a lot of people. I just think that for Naj, his production gives him a leg to stand on. And his production, being the 4 years in a row, 1,000 yards, it's like not only can he stand on it, it's compare and contrast. Tell me it's easy, but show me the guy that's done it then. And that's the reason why I say what I say about Naj. But we can do the nitpick, but if we're going to do that, let's start shining it on a lot of other people, and then let's get right back to the same place we're going to be at. That's just why I keep saying what I say about Naj.
Justin Gordon says, Deke, why are you saying we need drastic change then calling for Justin Fields in 2025? In 4 of his 6 wins, the offense looked the same as it did in Russ's last 5 losses. I disagree. I think we were able to control the ball a lot more with Fields. Like that, it was a different style, and we were more successful running the ball. And I think that helped the defense stay off the field, keep them rested. There was more of a rhythm, more of a flow for what we were doing with Fields. Whereas Yeah, Russ's last 5 losses. We didn't get off the fast starts. Yeah, a lot of the stuff happened in the second half of some of these games, like the Chiefs game and even like the playoffs game. It's like, all right, bro, we're down like 3 scores, so some of those yards a little inflated. Yeah, I disagree. I just think the offense. I think the team was humming at a better clip whenever Fields was starting in those 6 games than the last 5 with Russ. And for whatever reason, it was just, we reverted back to Canada stuff. Last 5 games. Any thoughts?
I mean, I can see it, but I don't agree with it. You know how I feel about it. You know, so that's what it's like. I dig it.
What? Agree with his comment or mine?
Both. That's what I was like. Yeah, I see the perspectives, though. I definitely do. But it's like, you know, how I look at it is different. That's all.
We got Grant Patterson, Moats. Wait, I already read that one. I'm back on today, so hold on. I'm all over the place.
I was going to say, do we catch all the way back up?
No.
I said that would be fine now.
Oh, wait, he asked that question. I guess.
That wasn't today, though.
This is from Thursday. Grant Patterson said, Moats, who's the real big state, VSU or NSU?
So he must have asked it twice then, yeah. Because I was like, yeah.
He's been really wondering.
It's definitely big Norfolk State, big green and gold.
We made him pay for another comment.
Yeah, big green and gold, big Norfolk State. Behold the green and the gold.
John Rice says, people wilding about Fields that he can't do it. Like, we really need a 36-year-old quarterback back. Be for real.
Okay. The age got him. All right, I see that. I could dig that.
I think the play, too, down the stretch. That's the other thing. You combine that with him being 36 going on 37. It's like, where's the path to getting back to elite? Where's the path?
And I get it, man. Not everybody can see it because they just don't have a lens for that, whereas some people got that lens for Fields and they could just see it working. Whereas other people look at the Fields and it's like, you can have the exact same perspective on both of these guys if you choose to.
I mean, I don't know. It just looked limited with Russ down the stretch.
Yeah.
Defense is figuring us out, or what? Things got predictable. Fields has way more upside, way more talent.
Yeah.
Can do stuff with his legs that's gonna stress out the defense more. I think there's way more upside, and the floor we already seen is 4-2 in 6 games, and that's Russ was 6-6 overall for us this year.
Yeah.
So, them getting another year, it's not like he's going to be getting more dynamic, right? And there's already limitations to his game because of the height.
You know, we got our opinions on it. That's why I'm like, I hear what you say, bro. And for me, I just agree to disagree with you. And specifically, it's the way that you're just real pro Fields. So when you speak on Fields, any type of optimism, it's like added on top. Whereas with Russ, if it's any type of question, you just are going to automatically push it more that way. And that's why I was like, we just got different opinions of how we see both guys. There's nothing wrong with it.
I just don't think we're going anywhere with Russ.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's difference of like just how you see it. Yeah.
I think we're firmly planted in the Miami Dolphins category, the Vikings with Kirk Cousins category, if we stick with Russ. That's where I don't want to be. He can win games. I'm not saying he can't play. It's just like I think these need to factor in our decision of who to pick for the future and really try to hit on our goal of finding a quarterback. Because that's what we need to do. We can't just be cool with, all right, let's just bring in the guy that's safe, that's going to win us games, and get us to 9-8, 10-7. I don't want that. I want Super Bowls.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that at all, babe. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Let's get you dub. Rest in peace to Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker.
Shout out to Bob Uecker, man. R.I.P. to Bob Uecker.
E from the 803 watched some film on Justin today. Couldn't help but notice that we threw the ball over the middle of the field more when he was playing.
Shout out to Fields, man. Hey, we need more of it. Whatever we do, whichever decision or direction we decide to go in, I do like it. I do think that also Justin Fields has benefited from only playing the 6 games. So the revisionist history on those 6 games, we joke about it. We say, man, we view it differently the further removed we are. So when we talk about,
I don't know,
all the dynamic and this and that, it's like I hear it, but I just remember it a little bit different.
I thought he was playing like a top 11 or 12 quarterback. I remember saying that at the time, but I also remember saying that Fields did leave the door open for us to make the switch at quarterback because he didn't put his complete stamp on it.
Yes.
But with how Russ finished the season, it's like, bro, this whole body of work. I mean, this ain't really any better than what Fields was giving us.
No, I could dig. Trust me, I dig your perspective on it, baby.
Why wouldn't we be going with the guy that's 25, turning 26, has all the upside in the world, but also gave us a floor, also gave us the 4 wins that he did out of the 6 games. So it's like that's why I don't even think it's like it should be that much of a risk going with Fields. You mean to tell me we can't go 9-8 or 10-7 with Fields next year, being the starter for a full season? And that's where we're at anyway.
We would potentially find out.
But that's not the goal. That's the other thing. It's like that's not the goal. So we need to figure it out one way or another.
Yeah.
We need to get over that 10-7 hump.
Which
like that's not cool. Like the whole 10-7 thing. But it's like if that's what we're worried about, of like going in the tank, I feel like Fields could still give us at least relevancy.
Respect on it, man. I like it. Like I said, we'll see how it plays out, though, man. And that's the beauty of where we are right now, man. I'm going to get this last super real quick that did pop up from Richard, and then we will get ready to get up out this joint, man. But the homie Richard Arbizo, he says, RC is tripping on your boy 17. Moats, talk to him. I don't know what happened. What RC say about 17? I don't know. I know he likes Lamar. I think RC is pro Lamar.
He might be saying Allen's a system quarterback.
He might, yeah. Listen, man.
Joe Brady merchant.
Hey, listen, man. You know, I don't triple any of that, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. I just don't share that opinion. And everybody's entitled to their perspective. I just don't share that perspective,
Allen,
baby. That's all.
Anthony Richardson got Josh Allen's quarterback coach.
Oh,
hired him.
All right, smart move, man. It works. At least it worked for Allen. It's definitely smart move, man.
I saw a video of Allen talking about it. He used to just overthrow so much with his shoulder, and he said his shoulder would actually hurt throughout the season. Mm-hmm. Now he got his lower body a lot more involved, and it's almost like a golf swing or like a baseball.
Joe Burrow's another dude that talked about switching that up as well, man, getting more of the hips involved into it. I think Dak's another one of those guys now. Yeah, that dude's just picking up on the vibes, man. I like it.
If it works for Richardson, man,
he could be dangerous, bro.
Speaking about potential,
he could be dangerous.
Yeah, he's got all that.
Yeah, but I say because the talent's there, but if you can actually learn and develop all the little details from a skill standpoint, and then it's decision making, and now you got to do it when the stakes are high and the lights are the brightest.
Yeah, wonder if he'll get another year with the Colts.
Heck yeah, he'll get another year because he's going into year 3 right now. Yeah, they'll give him one more, unless he pulls a Kenny. But I don't see.
Honestly, I could see them. Yeah, actually, that would be a good team to trade for, like a Kenny.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like
them to have as like the backup in case Richardson, the first month or two.
Right, because you're not going to pull in a big name. I don't think that they're at the same place where we kind of were with Kenny, where we're like, we want to see what a Russ could look like in this situation. I don't think that they would necessarily be there, but a Kenny type. Or even a Mason type or like that, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because if Richardson falls flat on his face for the first month or so, at least you could have a guy, Kenny, with some upside. It's like, all right, let's see what he does.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Maybe he could play his way into another contract and be a guy for us going forward.
And at the same time, it's not threatening enough to a Rich, where you got to worry about kind of like what happened with Kenny, where you bring in Russ and it's like, hey, bro, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't like this. So it could definitely work. And that could also be a benefit for Kenny too, man.
Yeah, he might have some options.
Like, you see what I mean? Like, yeah.
I was seeing the Rams might not be a bad spot for him. And that is if the Eagles move off of, or they want to make the decision to go with McKee as like their backup and use Kenny as like a trade asset. Because honestly, if he stayed there, it's probably best for him. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I think it's best in this. I think it's best for him in the sense of if he gets an opportunity. The keys, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect for him. And Hurts always looks like you talk about. Oh,
it's unbelievable.
He always look banged up. Always look like he's like laboring out there, but he shows up somehow, some way. But I do think that for Kenny, that's the perfect car. That's the Brock Purdy in San Fran. Like, I don't have to see you be Superman. Come look like a great driver in a Lamborghini. Like, it's a lot easier to do that part than it is to make that Escort beat the Lamborghini.
All right.
But I like it though, man. So yeah, dude, that will do it for today's show. But today's just Wednesday. So yeah, we'll be back in the saddle, man, one more time this week, man, on the afternoon variety. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Wherever you are at, especially if you're in Pittsburgh, man, y'all stay warm out there in these streets because it is brick. But either way, we appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.